Yo, 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 yo. So welcome, RaddTitan chat here. We've been off for a while, man. It's been like about a month, but we're back today.
We're back.
Back, NED back. Yeah, we're back. So cracking on with the business at hand. You know, we just come back from Singapore, which was nice, and
Oh, you can
come back with.
actually you can start saying it now.
Yeah, I'll just say it once, and I think I'll leave it there. But yeah, come back a little unwell actually as well, a bit run down. So I've had to take a bit of time. Good thing was I didn't have too many clients as soon as I arrived back at home. I've had to give myself a bit of breathing space, so that's a touch. But
Oh.
now my wife is ill, and some Australian flu thing that's going around. So we'll blame Bex and Katrina, and that
Oh
we'll
yeah,
blame them.
yeah. Oh, is that what it is? Some like Australian flu. I've not heard that.
Yeah, some Australian flu, and that was what that kid. You remember the woman that shouted at
Yeah,
us on the plane?
yeah. A little kid
That
fucking
woman that
coughing.
shouted at us on the plane was well fucking Australian. So and her kid was coughing everywhere, coughing his guts up. Bless him. So I'm thoroughly laying the blame on their shoulders.
Oh yeah. I mean, well, I knew. I said to you when that kid was coughing. I said, yeah, we're gonna get ill. Well, I said actually you're gonna get ill. And the thing is, as well as I was actually ill when I got back as well. So for me to get ill, that's got to be some fucking potent shit, man. Because I'm
Yeah,
actually
man,
normally
your
pretty
Hebrew
good.
stuff. You're used to this shit, man. You just bounce off this shit. But
Normally,
yes, it's good to be home. It's good to be back. Got come back to some nice surprises. Got Bane from Sideshow opened up. Unboxed that.
sorry, ID Collector Series just saying, everyone's saying, what's up? And he goes, yeah, I'm at work on the shitter. Where I watch all my videos.
You better have your headphones on, man. You don't want to be taking his shit with two guys chatting in the background. That's never good.
Yeah, God.
Yeah, man. So,
Um,
yeah, I got opened up. Bane, very impressed. Was really impressed.
yeah, well,
Um,
we did a couple
Very
of
happy.
videos for Bane, and yeah, it's good. I mean, Sideshow did a really good job. I've seen I've actually seen some images. I don't know whether you've been sent them as well, but I've seen some updates of they've not been approved yet of the paint on Bay for XM
Yeah,
and
I've
the
seen it.
tubes
Yeah,
and stuff. Yeah, you got to say
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, so that's looking pretty good as well. But the thing is I mean, for me, I do really like the. We'll get onto it in a minute with the stuff we saw in Singapore and things, but I do really like the concepts for the Japanese stuff. But in all honesty, I'd never buy them because it's not something that really I have any emotional attachment to. But the Bane does look really good anyway. But the side.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, I totally had the same feeling as you. In fact, I was even more staunch about it, like I usually am. That humble pie shit gets a little bit tiresome after a while. But I didn't think that line was going to do very well at all. But I've got to say, I mean, the Batgirl especially was super impressive. Like, really,
Hmm.
that Batgirl really nice. And all the, I mean, I think maybe
Well, we're going
because
to go on to that.
I,
Don't start doing that because we're
I,
going to go on
I
to. You're
don't
going to
know.
ruin it.
No, I don't. What I'm saying is, I don't know. That Goku, for example, that Goku behind you, the Amray Perez one, because I'm not like a massive because I'm not a Dragon Ball Z fan, and
Yeah.
I don't have any hang-ups. I don't have any hang-ups on the character of how his eye must look or how
Hmm.
his skin must look, or like that doesn't mean nothing to me because I just don't care. It's like
Yeah. Yeah.
Batgirl. I don't know anything about her, so when I see all them different sort of looks at her, and I can appreciate it just from an artistic point of view. I don't need to. It don't need to be like, well, she doesn't have that scar, or she doesn't have them paint under her
Yeah.
eyes. Do you
Yeah.
know what I mean? She doesn't wear that
Yeah,
mask. I don't
yeah. I mean,
have
and then,
any
but
of
then the
them
same
things.
though. Then when you see Batman and you see the other characters, you're like, yeah, Batman don't look like that because you got that attachment, and that's what you see
Yeah,
him as being. It's the same as like it's probably a really bad comparison, but it's the same as like when they recast somebody, they recast someone in a film or they recast someone in a TV series. It bothers the fucking hell out of me. I mean,
yeah.
they recast. Actually, apart from the fact that they recast because I didn't like him anyway. The guy
But one of
who
the
the guy
who
who's in Deadpool, the
goes
guy
in
in
Deadpool.
Deadpool, that Ajax guy, he's in Game of Thrones.
Oh, right, okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
must
he
not.
was in Game of Thrones, and then he quit Game of Thrones to do the Transporter TV series. and then that didn't do very well. And then the Transporter remake, and then it didn't do very well. And then he went into Deadpool, but he got do you know the one who was shagging the Dragon Woman?
Yeah.
And then she sent him away. She said, "Oh, I can't be seen doing this," and she sends him away.
Yeah. I don't care.
Yeah, but that was a different actor, and yeah, but that bothers me a lot. Normally,
I think the ones that bother me is when they try and make them look the same, like Katie Holmes from the Batman. You know, the Batman Begins and all that, and then in the Dark Knight they use somebody else as the Katie Holmes character, and it's that she looks really like Katie Holmes, but it's not her.
Isn't it Maggie Gyllenhaal? No,
I don't know who it is. I don't know her, but she looks similar, and it's you like sitting there going, "There's fucking is Katie Holmes had a stroke or something? What's happened? She looks like her, but she don't look like her. She don't sound like her. What's happened?" You know what I mean? But things like that just probably shout at me too. Do you know what I did watch? Oh, you know, I was meant to post about it. I watched The Accountant, man.
Yeah, it's a good film.
That film is the shit.
I told you to watch it.
I think that's the best film I've seen this year.
I wouldn't go that far, but I told you to. I told you to watch it.
No, for me, I was really enjoying it. Really enjoying it.
No, I the thing I can see about that film is I can see how some people won't like his acting, but when you've been around some people with that kind of condition, it is very good acting. It is how people with like Asperger's or they kind of act like that. And I really enjoyed it. Yeah, I won't go into it all, but the guy who plays the other guy is the Punisher. So that's he's a pretty cool character.
Yeah, I did spot that his face was familiar. I was like, I know that face from some fucking.
You probably know him from that boxing film with De Niro and Stallone. Do you know where they the comedy one, and he's one of their sons?
Yeah, no.
That's probably where you know him from. I'm just trying to think where we're going here. So as you can see, I mean, I'm just going to go and we ain't been on here for a month, so there's been quite a lot of changes. Yeah. Well,
I'll give a big shout out to the Collectiverse boys. I've watched a couple of their shows, and they're doing all right.
Yeah, I think they're on number 3 now. So they're doing really well. I watched. I haven't seen number 3 yet. I've seen up to number 2. They do more of a sort of topical. They'll pick like a subject and then they'll go over the subject.
We can't polish that type of shit here, man. That sort of shit. Yeah. We just go up and down. It doesn't stay.
Oh,
we can't even do that in you.
We can't even the shop. But I mean, sorry, let me just try that. Yeah, so they do more like that. They said that there's already new shows out, so they really want to compete with those. I mean, you got George Medina, who does the weekly chat, the weekly news as well. And his one's more easily to digest, I guess, because his one's about 20 minutes long. And
his one's a nice light chicken salad. We've got a ribeye steak with some Dover wild potatoes for your ass. You're having a long night, man.
You better make sure you have a packed lunch before you start watching our show because it goes on for too long. But yeah, so check out those guys anyway. I mean, they'll do good shows. So what was I going to say? Oh yeah, so yeah, they since we've been off. Since we've been away, I mean, I'm not sure if on the last chat I had actually received the Spider-Man premium format, the new one.
Yes.
So I've got the Spider-Man premium format. I received the Pop Culture Shock Sub-Zero, which is already boxed up and getting sent away because I'm not keeping it. I traded it actually for XM Thor and some money. So I thought to myself, great, I'm going to do that because I had no intention of getting an XM Thor, but then for the trade, I was just like, yeah, I'm doing it because I wasn't very. Actually, well, Sub-Zero was better out of the two, but I just weren't very impressed with either of them. Yeah. Also got the Scorpion behind me, which
stay tuned for that review.
Yeah, well, I'm not, it's going to be like the Liu Kang situation where I probably won't post those reviews until I trade or sell them because it would really hinder that. So yeah,
dude, man, we got Bane out, we got Goku out, and then you brought that out, and it was like, wow.
Yeah,
You know, it's
so
like when you go to a restaurant, man, you have a fucking lovely, beautiful starter, and your main comes, it's great, and then they just take a big shit for your dessert. It was like, wow.
then
I was really quite disappointed, very disappointed. In
yeah,
fact,
yeah.
especially after seeing the Akuma, because I saw the Akuma in Simply Toys, and I was blown away by that Akuma. I was like, wow, this is, this really looks
Oh,
special.
you're talking about Pop Culture Shock now. Yeah, yeah, the Pop Culture Shock 1/3 Akuma. We saw that again, and really, really, really well done. I mean, but considering, fuck, I'm trying to remember. Did I unbox my ninjas? Yeah, I did. I unboxed my ninjas before I went away. So when I unboxed them and looked at them, I'm like, yeah. And I had the detox free because I cleared everything. I've packed up all of my horror stuff. Most of my movie stuff has gone back in the boxes for now until I sort some plans out. Yeah, yeah. So saying that, I did actually buy the Patient Zero the other day, so that's coming.
Yeah,
You
happy with that?
Yeah, it's really nice. I mean, as I say, I mean, it's going to go really
Never
well.
seen it. Looking forward to seeing that.
Yeah, it'll go really well with the kind of Freddy, Jason, Darkman. Is that kind of scale? Because Darkman's a bit hunched over, a bit small. Freddy, Jason, Pinhead's a bit. I think Pinhead's quite small compared to the others. Yeah, but those ones I've boxed them all back up. So Patient Zero's out for now, and they all go back in the box until I can figure out what to do with it after we do the review. Also did a trade for the Kratos. So I got the Kratos exclusive from Sideshow Collectibles. Again, I mean, I don't know whether you can see it.
Yeah,
can you see it?
Yeah.
They're both there in the corner. I had it all move around in my room as well. Yeah, what's happened? My camera's got. There you go. So, I didn't know you could do that. I didn't know if you touch the screen, all the pictures go. Oh, they come back. So yeah, I got those two. Again, I mean, I told the guy, I traded him for the Sideshow Punisher, and I told the guy that I've got no intention of keeping Kratos because I've got the Aaron Ray Perez one coming. And I said to him that I even said to him, that Kratos is worth more than Punisher, and he goes, "Oh, I just want to trade because I don't want to buy the Punisher." So I'm like, okay, fine. So I'll probably.
There's a lot of people are doing now. That's actually a good topic. In fairness, a lot. I mean, the market now is so saturated with pieces that majority of people are trading. There are more trades going on now than I've ever known since I started. I mean, there are like people. I've got a few things up on eBay, a few things up on, and people messaging me with trades.
Yeah.
No one's willing to give. No one wants to pay.
Exactly the same. I've listed loads of stuff.
Wow.
Yeah, I've listed loads of stuff.
And even if it's more money now, I guess it's turned into, one of them sort of cash converter situations where instead of get, how much do you want? Do you want store credit of like £150 or do you want cash of like 110? And that's exactly what it is at the minute. People are willing to trade higher pieces for less, but they just don't want to pay because they've got too many pre-orders. They've got too many things coming.
Oh yeah, I mean, I worked on my pre-orders today, and it's just over £5,000. So yeah.
Oh, that's brilliant! I'm completely coming to the end. Better Ray Bill has arrived after Bane. So Better Ray Bill came in, and I'm absolutely blown away by him. It's really strange because when I used to talk to you last year, and you were like, I saw him at the show. Like every time we've unboxed something, the Black Panther, I saw it at the show last year, but I didn't realize how big or how good or any of that. And I was just in my head, I probably wasn't spiteful, but in my head, I was like, you're just retarded. You just weren't paying attention. But I was there and I looked over that Better Ray Bill a lot. And then when I got it home, it was weird. It's a completely different experience when you get it in your own setup with your own scale and shit. It's strange. You're just like, fucking hell, it's much better than I sort of thought it was when I was there, which was not.
Well, I think it's just because it's all out in the open. It's a massive like hall, and it's just the way it's displayed. It's like that was just this year was on like a podium on its own, raised up slightly above other things. It's next, and it was next to like women. It was next to like was it next to Lady Sif or She4 or whatever?
Sif.
So it was next to a small woman. Sif. Yeah, so
it was next to
but that's just the way it is. I mean, that's like me. I also got rid of my Lord of Darkness and my Batman premium format as well. So Yeah, mixing up some
Yeah,
stuff.
you've got loads of things coming in though, haven't you? You've got Kratos has come, but there's more, right?
Well, I've
There's
got
like
the original Sideshow premium format, which is should be here any day. The XM Thor, and I've got the Blade kit coming as well. And I've also sent my Crow kit final off. So, yeah, we'll see how that goes anyway. So,
yeah, big shout out to our boy Thor Gunderson and Rodney Jones actually, because they helped you.
Well, when I saw their video, they did like a live stream on the RaddTitan Facebook
they
group.
did a better one than we did. That was for sure.
Yeah, it was quite popular. And then when I went and watched it, I was just like, son of a bitch, I'm gonna have to buy that now, and I. So yeah, but I did notice while I was watching the video that you guys basically they just mentioned you more than me, and I was very jealous about
that. Wow, you should know by now, man. You should know.
Yeah. So actually got all the Collectiverse guys watching at the moment. Got
Mad Love
so you
Boys.
got Batman Statue Collector. You got the you got Richard Melbourne. You got the Road Collector.
They call him Collectro now. Got a new name, Collectro. I love it. It's fucking brilliant.
Cole Creed, that's the new name. Cole Creed 76. Sup, boys?
Yeah. Is he something else?
What's that? Movie Statue Collector?
I don't know.
Movie Statue Collector?
Rogue Statue Collector.
No, the Movie Statue Collector. No, I'm just going through the names here. Vasrod is here.
No. That's my boy.
I think he's been trolling me a bit today, so yeah.
I hope he has been. That's why if I can put him in post, man.
He does. He fucks with me a bit. And then him and Joel get all fucking like all Portuguese bum chummy because they're all like both Portuguese and they'll start gagging up. So that's what they gotta do. They're in a little chat group, and then all of a sudden Joel will ask a question, and then Vasrod will come in and fucking stick up for everyone, doesn't he?
That's good. That's what I put him there for. He's good lad.
Someone wild card. 2 wild cards said, "I'm going to start a review channel with my buddy soon. Any advice?" Don't do it, buddy. Don't do it. What advice can you give, George?
Well, I think the main thing that my best advice, especially after like coming back from Singapore and all of our friends, and we shared everything. We didn't hide anything from anybody. Any dinners, we got a really great gift from Mohammed, and it was a really humbling experience being there. And we share that with our friends and our family, the people that we in our lot that we consider our people. That's why we share it. But you're always going to get haters, and you're always going to get people that are jealous, and that want to be where you are, but don't want to do the work. Ronnie Coleman used to say, everyone wants to be Mr. Olympia, but nobody wants to lift heavy ass weights. People want to be, out for dinner with XM. Well, you need to put your hand in your pocket and jump on a plane and go fucking do that. And go out there, because they'll sit with you and have dinner with you, and they'll talk the shit, and they'll talk about this hobby until your ears fall off your head. And for us, it was and the same with Connecticut's and things like that. My advice would always be, never remember it's a hobby, and try as long as you enjoy it, keep doing it. Don't turn it into a job. We unfortunately it is getting to the point now where people actually think that this is our profession, it's what we do for a living. It isn't. Alex has a job. I have a job. We have careers. We have houses, and we have jobs to go to. We make time to see each other and to do reviews, and we keep it fun, and we try very hard to make sure we keep it a hobby and not a job. The second that it starts to feel like a job, just like any job, you just don't want to fucking be there. It's just like, what would you do today? Oh, same shit, different day, man. I don't want to say that about fucking RaddTitan business. I want to be like, yeah, I fucking saw the Bane Premium format, and I went over to James Wallace's house, and he fucking gave me some fucking chocolate brownies, and fucking I had a sugar rush. I like the stories.
Those brownies are fucking awesome.
But that's it. It's about the stories, about the journey. Fuck the destination. Don't worry about where you're going or who's going to be with you and whether everyone's going to like you or hate you. It doesn't matter. The truth of the matter is that, you know, whether you have 100 subs or 1,000 subs or 4,000 subs or 10,000, it doesn't matter. The truth is that you're always going to have people who like you. You're always going to have people that don't. And there's always going to be people that fucking want to see you fall. So try and remember to just enjoy yourself. Make sure that you can walk out of there when you've done it or when you've loved it and it's been fun. Because for me, the trip in Singapore was one of the greatest experiences of my life. To, you know, me and Alex together doing that. We haven't been on holiday.
George, your wife watches these back, man. Shh. Shit.
The fact
I
that
can say what I want because my girlfriend don't watch any of this.
You've got to just enjoy it and remember it's a hobby. It's something to, you know, to enjoy as a hobby. Don't turn it into you know a job, because you will fucking trust me.
Well, it's also, I mean,
we saw one of our good friends, you know what I mean, recently has just walked away from the game. You know, lovely guy, you know, and Mike Lee. He really busted his ass. He fucking really, he worked and he like worked long hours and did lots of hours of filming and tried to do loads of content. And I think he, you know, I don't know what his reasons are, but you know, he was working hard and maybe a little too hard. You know, sometimes you've got to just...
I mean, well, you have to remember, I mean, we were Cartel from Hell. We were first and second subs to Cartel from Hell. And
Cartelians, we were proper fucking Cartelians.
We were the first Cartelians.
Cartelians,
and, you know, we were there from the beginning. And he spent a lot of money in a very short amount of time. I mean, he had like a $20,000 camera. He bought a $20,000 camera, a $16,000 camera.
Your videos look great. Where'd you get that camera from? And he was like, it's this. And then we investigated like to buy one, and then we were like, yeah, you can fuck right off.
Yeah, we looked into it. No, because also over here, if something's $16,000, over here it's £16,000. It's not. It don't really work out very good here. But I mean, I just think you know, just be honest. Sometimes, obviously, honesty is not. People are not going to like it. I mean, as George was saying, I mean, we were very honest about the stuff in Singapore, and people just took it and tried to twist it and tried to make it nasty. We went to Singapore. We wanted to share all the experiences because as George said, we had an amazing time. You know, we had, you know, this is personal now, but we had a lot of issues. Well, actually, no one really knows. Well, everyone knows about that, but we had a lot of issues with Imaginarium Arts. And while that was happening, Mohammed was the I don't know what his title was. He was like one of the managers for Imaginarium Arts.
He was MD. He was MD.
Yeah, managing director. So basically, we always remained that it never got personal between us and Mohammed. We had a few things that Mohammed had ordered for us. Not going to lie, we were
a few $1,000 of ours.
He had about $2,000, and I'm not going to lie, we were quite worried. He delivered. He did a great job. We ordered more stuff through him. Did a great job. We recommended him. People bought stuff, and then you know, when we went over there, he said to us, you know, I want to thank you guys for sticking by me. You guys could easily have fucked me over. You could easily have said, fuck this guy, he's part of Imaginarium Arts. What a cunt, blah blah blah. Don't buy anything. And we could have, but you know, we were being honest, and you know, we had a good experience with him. So yeah. Anyway,
well, he's. I just got my. He doesn't fuck up his paperwork, which is always handy. You know what I mean?
Oh well, that's another thing. Yeah, and his boxes don't turn up like they've been thrown down the stairs. But there was 87 videos in Singapore. What's saying? Any run-ins with the police in general, or?
No.
I've got quite a funny story. Actually,
I was hopeful, but not to.
My girlfriend was always reluctant towards my collecting habits until she found out all my buddies from the gym, like 5 out of 9 of them, were cheating on their wives. Now she says, now that's what?
No,
that's the statues. Yeah, so basically, Yeah, all his mates from the gym
Good
are
point.
fucking around on their wives, but because he's collecting statues, he's got no
But
money to. That's what he's saying.
do you know what? There are other things. There are other vices, man, to be wasting your money on. Trust me. And the great thing about this as well is that a lot of the time your investment actually stays pretty safe. A lot of the time, not always,
Well, I
but
mean,
as a whole, it's not terrible.
in all honesty, I mean, before it makes you sound like an alcoholic, but before collecting stuff, I used to spend shitloads of money going out and getting drunk and going out partying.
Yeah.
And now
How much for a gin and tonic? How much?
now
Pre-order.
I go out and I'm like, what? £5 for a Guinness? But they're asking, so how did we come up with the name for RaddTitan? Well, what happened with RaddTitan was we actually put both of our names into a word randomizer, first of all, and it came up with something really bad.
Anal beads.
No, it came up with gay something. I can't remember what it was, but it was like it was really bad. And then we tried to jiggle it around a few more times. It's like it was just on Google or something, and then it just didn't work. There was something. Was there something like weapon something? I can't remember. There was a few different ones, but anyway. So we tried that. That didn't work. We tried a few names. I think we even had a little bit of argument about it. We were trying to decide on something. It weren't really working because George was trying to make it sound more him. And then in the end, it was like George's favorite character, favorite villain is Thanos. So that's the Mad Titan. My favorite hero is Silver Surfer, which is Norrin Radd. So we changed the Mad to Radd and RaddTitan. So that's how it really kind of happened.
And also as well, when we were kids,
it took about 2 weeks.
Yeah, it took about 2 weeks. But when we were kids, they were pretty much the staple of our comic collecting was actually Silver Surfers that we were picking up. So it's also a little nod to that as well.
Craig Gorman's asking about what's the best display cabinets, Detolfs or Bestas? Batman black and white pieces. Bestas. Well, for your Batman black and white and 6 scale, you're going to go for Detolfs for sure. Batman black and white are like 1/8 or maybe smaller and 1/6 scale. So you're definitely Detolfs. If you go for Bestas, you'll probably have to buy quite a lot of shelves. And then you have the problem of them being quite confined. And if they're small, like 1/6, and the smaller black and white Batman, you might need to get like half shelves so you can kind of tier them. But it would be you're probably just better off to buy Detolfs. Most of the 1/6 scale Hot Toys collectors all have Detolfs. They're just.
I love Detolfs because they're solid glass. You can see all the way around them.
Well, also with the Detolfs, they if you take out
light away,
because
I don't, I like to be able to sort of like walk around and see it from multiple angles. I always find that like Bestas and things they block out the angle to watch it, so you can only see it from like a 2D sort of image. Where I like to sort of walk around the fucking thing.
Noel's asking if we're going to do room tours.
You just done yours.
I just did mine, but we weren't very happy with it. But I think did we keep it? I can't remember. I take it down.
It was like 3:30 in the morning, man. You should have never posted that. I did tell you we were fucked. Yeah, it was Weller. It was.
Have I kept it up? I can't remember. I might have taken it down.
I'd have. Maybe you have. Maybe that was why. It needs really.
It might. I think mine is still there, but then George's we're going to redo soon. With lighting.
Months.
Yeah, with lighting. I mean, IKEA do a lot of lighting, but I think you should probably go and kind of invest in other lighting. Richard, if you can comment below where you've done your lighting, because I know Richard got a lot. A lot of people get the kind of where you get like a roll of lights from like the kind of stuff you use car underbody
LED strips
that they do on the lining of the cars and stuff. Like 20% more grey hair since we last saw you. Thanks.
I'm in desperate need of a haircut, man.
We're not allowed. We're not allowed to keep the Thundercat diorama, but it's here until Abdeep tells me otherwise. And he's gone very quiet on the matter, so I'm not going to remind him. What we're going to do is
Yes.
we're going to let's go on to some images because otherwise we'll be here all day. What we're going to do is we're just going to do a quick. Obviously, in Singapore, there was a lot of stuff to go over. Obviously, XM Studios, Connecticut, HMO, and the new kids on the block, Rose Studios, which all of them making great pieces. So what we're going to do is we're just going to do the best large pieces, and then we're going to go through the kind of best like quarter scale kind of size pieces. And then obviously the other ones I think are all 6 scale. So we'll just go over the best ones because otherwise we'll be here all night because there are a lot. I mean, we covered all of them. Actually, I don't think we filmed the. Do you know what we should have done? Oh, do you know what we should have done? We can still do it, but I ain't got the pictures ready for it. Is you have a little think, right? And we'll do the 3 worst statues.
Okay.
All right. Have a little think. We'll come back to that one. Let me make a little. I got. I know what one goes straight in my mind. All right, that's one. All right, we'll come back.
Okay.
We'll come back to. So what we'll do then is let's go straight on to the best large. So the best large statues. Where's my screen? There you go. Down there. And screen share. Share. So the best large, I mean, one of the best larges is going to obviously be the Sentinel diorama, which I actually think this picture's from last year. Yeah, that's from last year.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I was so busy trying to document like all the stuff that actually was current and new at the moment that I really didn't get. I should have taken a lot more pictures of this. I didn't really get any pictures of this at all. I actually helped dismantle it.
Yeah.
And it was at that moment when I was dismantling it that I realised, I should have took a lot more pictures of it because it was fantastic.
It was
really special. It's very special.
This is last year because the guy on the right, his name's Chris Lee, and he sculpted Beast.
Beast, I put Beast away, and Beast was one of my favourites on it. To be honest,
he sculpted Beast, and I was about to look. I looked at this picture, and I was like, "Shit, I don't remember seeing Chris this year." But clearly, he wasn't because this was last year. And then obviously that's Harry Sin City there as well. So got him there, and then you got that looks like Scan.
This is this piece here is really impressive. I mean, it's massive. Like words can't describe. But there are no, trust me, there are no words that can put it into concept that once you see it, you'll understand. It's absolutely massive. I mean, them pieces, the Psylocke and the Colossus and all that, they're all like Bowen sizes. So if you think about like line sizes of all the pieces all scattered around it, and then you got this fucking monster Sentinel, and there's lights everywhere. I didn't realize how much lights and shit were all over that. They were like everything's like, what I mean, there's a lot going on. I didn't realize, but it's very nice. And I think that the next one that they're thinking of doing, that they're going to do, which is the Dark Side one, where he's fighting against the entire Justice League.
I've got an image of that. I got an image of that. So basically, these are, as I say, sorry, this is a picture from last year. I do think they did touch up the paint a little bit this year because what happened last year was I think they kind of rushed the paint to get it ready for the show. But then what they also said...
Well, they do that.
What they also said was last year was this Nimrod on the base. I don't think...
Yeah.
I think that was in the process of getting approved. I think he's been put together. So I don't think he's ripped in half anymore. Because what they also were doing was when you then display
he was ripped
separately. Oh, was he?
He was still ripped in half, so it must have been approved because he was still ripped in half.
Okay. When you display Colossus on his own base, you can pose Nimrod on top of his hand, like the Fastball Special Wolverine.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
So that was obviously, this isn't in any order. This is just the ones that stand out, really. So Then you got obviously the Predator, which for me was great. They pointed out that this space needs to be repainted because they sent it to Golf Studios in Thailand, and I was there when Sang opened it up, and he was like,
"Yeah, you weren't pleased.
What the fuck? What the fuck is this? You know, what's going on?" And he weren't very impressed at all. So he said that should all be like a tree, kind of like moss and bark, and you know, kind of all kind of be able to see it a bit out there.
They did say it wasn't going to be an overly. They did say it wasn't going to be an overly complicated color scheme because they want the Predator to sort of stand out. It's going to be a bit more like a dead tree, so but it will have a few more contrasts in it and stuff. So it won't be quite as plain as that. That's what my understanding of it was.
Yeah. Because at the moment, at the moment, there's no separation between the skulls and the wood.
Not really, no.
So you got that.
I mean, you're a big Predator fan. You've seen the Cinema Cat, and we've both seen the LSF. What did you think of this?
Well, the thing is, as well, is I've seen the Cinema Cat. Yeah, we've both seen the Wolf. I've seen the Marquette. But I think to myself, it's more important with basically Rebecca. She owns all three. So she owns the Wolf. She doesn't own all three. So she owns the Wolf and the Cinema Cat. She walked over to this. And she was blown away, and she said, "This is, the best Predator piece out there." So for her to say that, she's very, very, she knows her shit basically. So
I was impressed by it. I was severely impressed by it. I was surprised by just how much texturing was going on it. You know, there are spines, and I said to Sang as well. I said that you've done. It's like almost an amphibian like skin. The way they've done it on him, like there's like bumps and different
like
types
warts. It's like a warty.
Really good though.
Like a warty.
And both head portraits are amazing. And it's funny because the dreads, we saw them when they were putting it together. All the dreads are like individual. There's fucking loads of them. And they put it on. And one of the guys was like, when it was put together, one of the guys was next to me, like taking photos. He went, "Yeah, they're not on the right way."
No, apparently what happened is they sent pictures to Clayman, Naren Clayman, and basically, he said they're on the wrong way.
Yeah, well, it was funny because there was about fucking 6 of them sitting around trying to organize it.
Oh yeah, and, I actually had a video of it, but I don't know where I put it. I think. They must have taken it away and somewhere else.
Trying to put Spider-Man together. You should have seen that. That was gold. Me and Alex trying to put the Spider-Man.
Well, that's why I changed it to like to time lapse and sped it right up because that's just literally us for an hour trying to put it together.
That was funny. But I mean, I was impressed by. I was very impressed. I hope that there's a switch out for the spear, but I can't remember if there is.
They had a disc hand and they had something else. But I can't remember the other one. But there was a hand holding a disc.
Yeah.
Then that's the masthead, which looks quite funny because it looks like he's got some fucking laser beam coming out of his hand there.
Yeah, it really does, doesn't it? Yeah, it's cool.
And then you got Sang's head there. So you got that there. Again, I can't say enough good things about this. I'm super impressed. I actually went over to the piece and I was like talking to Rebecca. And I was it was one of those moments where, when you're trying to, you want something, but you want someone to talk you out of it. Rebecca's the worst person to do that. Because, I mean, like, I walked over there. We're talking about, it's Cisco. She's on YouTube. She did loads of great videos for the convention, so check them out. She's so we were like standing there looking at it, and I just said to her like, "Oh, I do really like it." And she didn't talk me out of it. She's like, that's when she told me it's better than Cinema Cat and blah blah blah. And I'm like, oh fuck's sake! But I haven't pre-ordered this, so I haven't yet pre-ordered this.
Well, that's an impress. That's good.
I don't know where the fuck I would put it. I don't know where the hell I would be able.
Since when the fuck does that stop you, for fuck's sake?
So what happened was I didn't order the Predator So what I did instead, because I felt really shit about not ordering it, was I ordered 3 other pieces, I think, didn't I? But anyway,
Couple of
just to
surprises
balance it out.
actually.
Yeah, yeah. And then you got the Starscream, which I love the look of
Holding,
this. I
holding,
think this is done really,
holding
really
Megatron in
well.
it.
It's holding the Megatron gun. Yeah, I think it looks really, really nice.
It's very, yeah, it's very organic and and mechanical all at the
Mm.
same time. I think is the MO of Transformers in general. I mean,
Well, it's done.
we
Is it
know because
Martin? Because what we got like kind of plug as well was we actually did interviews with the people from XM, and what we tried to do was rather than last year where I walked around with Ben and it was like a 45-50 minute video of just going through everything. We took up a lot of Ben's time doing that last year, and he was very good going through it all. But I just felt like what we do this year is we'll try and introduce people to more of the XM team. So what we did was we split it into
you
sections,
come up with that
and
idea,
then
Mr. Beard. Did you come up with that
yeah,
idea
well,
all on your own?
it was
Yeah,
a bit unintentional.
it's your idea, was it?
It was unintentional, but yeah.
Yeah, of course.
So we did that, and I think that works. That works pretty well. It's like they're more kind of easy to digest portions. Also, at the time, we were fucked.
And
That's
also
the
as well,
main reason. The main reason as well.
they give a lot more hints.
Yeah,
You get a lot more information out of them if you just leave them. If you just sort of
yeah,
like, prompt them a bit, but then just shut up and just leave them. They start telling you things, and that's what you want. That's what we wanted. We wanted them
yeah.
to sort of, no good us talking about the piece. We want to know what problems they had and what they're going to change, and
Mm,
where's the challenges and what you're going to fix. And I mean, the funny thing about this is when you look at these pictures, it looks great. I mean, it looks fantastic, but you have people have no idea how early prototype that is. That's well early. Some
yeah.
parts of that are like glued together and tacked
Mm,
together. It's so early. That'll be probably 70% cleaner by the time you
yeah,
get
yeah.
it into your hand, and that's terrifying.
As I was
That's
saying, I
what's
mean,
scary.
the other reason we kind of did it in sections is because we were fucked and we had to go get coffee every 5 minutes. But anyway, we won't go into that. So you got Starscream front and back. Again, this one got
Yeah.
so much attention, so much attention. And then you got the Megatron as well, which again looks amazing.
No, that's Prime, by the way, bro.
Sorry, yeah, Optimus Prime. Sorry, I need coffee now. So you got Optimus Prime with. I was just testing to see if you're paying attention to me, by the way.
This was really
Again, I
nice, and
mean,
then
this was really nice. Again, with
yeah,
the vehicles as well. I mean, that's quite an interesting concept for them to do. Um, and
yeah,
then, as I say, you get the same thing with the organic flow of the body. Switch out. So you got like a gun facing forward, and you got a gun as I shoot in the sky.
yeah,
But yeah,
victory. It's like a
really, really
victory
nice.
thing.
There you go. There's the
The
victory
light ups on this is
pose.
quite. The light ups are quite impressive as well. I think we did the video, and then the next day or something, we come and all the lights were on, like all the matrix in his chest. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah. The matrix in his chest it wasn't. I don't think it was lit up for very long. I don't think it was. I think the batteries must have run out or something.
I don't know what was happening with that, but I did manage to see it, which was really
Oh yeah,
nice.
yeah. It was really, really nice.
The base is one of my favorite parts.
Mm,
The sort of Cybertron sort of base with all the organic parts like flowing in and out of it. It's like
yeah,
going all the way through the ground and stuff. It's like the ground is alive. So
yeah,
I really like that. I mean, Optimus Prime for me was really, really. I mean, everyone was raving about the Starscream, but I really think the Optimus was special as well.
yeah. I prefer Starscream. So, and I think actually,
Yeah,
doesn't Starscream kill Megatron and take?
I don't
Yeah, I
know.
think he kills
I think he
Megatron.
takes. I do. He takes over. I know he takes
Yeah, but
over. Know that
I thought
much.
he killed Megatron and took over, but I might be wrong.
Probably
Then
you would know. It as a Transformers. That's not mine.
You have
100%.
these are moving on now to the XM quarter scale pieces. So these are the kind of 5 best XM
Oh,
quarter scale pieces. Again, not in any order, but just to
we saw it. So it's not, it's very difficult. It's so difficult. I mean,
it is difficult.
it's
And also, we
easier to
did it
pick the
just before
ones
the
that we
show.
didn't rate that we thought were like. I mean, and in fairness, a lot of people don't realize, but there was a red Power Ranger there that we didn't even fucking take one photo of or one video of, and
Yeah,
not because we not because we hated it or anything like that, but I fucking hate the Power Rangers. I was a bit like,
I
I
never
can't be, I
watched
just
Power
don't
Rangers.
care. I was really bad. That was actually that's just proving the point that we're not a professional company. We're
biased as fuck because we didn't want to. We just like, yeah, what's that? Red Ranger?
Yeah, I think
fuck
they kept
him.
saying to us, have you seen the Red Ranger? Go take some. We were just like, yeah, we'll do it later. And we just never bothered. We were just like, yeah, fuck.
I think we went off and got like a fried breakfast, and we sat there and we're like, oh yeah, we need to do the video. I went through my list. I basically, I don't know if you can see this because obviously it's a little screen, isn't it? So let me see if I can get a big screen. I don't know, but I've got all of this shit. You might be able to see me down here, but all of this shit. These are all my fucking notes from when we were doing it, and then when I'm editing, I had to color code them and everything, so I knew what I put up and what I didn't. Fucking anyway.
So you find the Red Ranger there?
Yeah, no Red Ranger on there. It's actually the Red Ranger it is written down, right? It's there, and it's got like literally everything has like a R next to it. It's got like a switch out head, and then it's got something else. It's got switch out parts, and then the Red Ranger. It's just got like Red Ranger. That's it. No colours, no circles, nothing. It's just there, and I'm just like, yeah, fuck Red Ranger.
There's nothing wrong with it. It's just that we're just not interested. We just weren't interested in it, which is a shame. I mean, I actually ordered this when I was at the show. I actually pre-ordered this, so I paid the deposit. I gave Alex actually the deposit. Alex did the orders, and I had to have this when I saw it. Now this was sculpted by Caleb, who we met at the event, he was a really lovely, really nice guy, and he put out some really good work. And it's funny,
really, really
but no
nice
matter how he was praised about, his Scorpion and his Moon Knight, especially. I mean, people were raving about Moon Knight. But true artist. He always remembered more of the critiques, even though they're really early prototype level. He still would, you know what I mean? When I was saying to him, "How you doing?" he'd be like, "Oh yeah, some people are not too fond of Carnage and stuff."
Yeah, he didn't take. Apparently, before the show, he didn't take Carnage criticism very well, and. At the show,
he just really he was so passionate about it. I mean, he really wants to do a good job, and I seeing this. I mean, this is, I don't know. I'd ask question, Alex. I think this is one of the most comprehensive switch out pieces I've ever seen. I mean, this piece completely transforms into another piece, and I've never seen that before. I mean, the fact that they've changed the tail, is just crazy, and really good that they have. But I mean, you've got a whole new the tail that goes onto his back part. I mean, that's it. That's the other bit. So he's got change out left and right gauntlet, change out chest plate, a change out tail, and a change out head. So he's got like about 6 or 7 pieces where you completely change. Yeah, thigh guards and the arms and the head and tail. It's funny. And they're quite. The armor is very different, so the it's not subtle changes. Actually, quite. It looks
like a totally different piece. I mean, you can justify. I mean, like who's that guy who buys everything like 3 times? Imi Solis, who's got the kind of.
I was really proud the other day. He said the play cabinet looked good, and I was like, oh wow, when that dude says that you're cheap. He said my Better Ray Bill, my triple cube display thing is like, that looks really class, and I was just like. Yeah, man. It's like when your dad tells you had a good game. You're like, yeah, I played well.
Right. So you got the Scorpion, which again, really nice. Then
I had to have this piece. It wasn't in my plans at all to have this piece, but I had to
have it. I actually didn't plan on ordering anything. I did. My plan was I was going to go there. I was going to chill my beans, and I weren't going to order a thing. And then they come up to me and they gave me a list, and they said, "Oh, you do know that some of these things they're running very low in say we haven't got many left on some of these pieces, so you might want to tick some boxes and we'll reserve the pieces for you." And it was just like,
you took the last one.
One of them, but then
Magneto, because I remember once you signed that thing, gave that back to him to say you wanted the white Magneto, a guy came over to me and was like, wanted a picture of us and stuff, and then he went, "Yeah, I just tried to get the Magneto, and they told me the last one was just gone." I didn't have the heart to tell him, but I had to pose with a picture. I was about to say, "Yeah, this bearded fuck just took it off you."
I didn't know that part, but so I'm going to be selling that for triple the price now. they've started to paint some of that up as well. And there's some paints for that. But anyway, so I ordered the White Magneto. I ordered the Spider Gwen, and I ordered the Winter Soldier. So yeah, and I already
Winter
had
Soldier
the
was quite.
Winter Soldier. I've been looking at the because I've actually considered getting rid of my Captain America a few times, but I think that Captain America would go really well with Winter Soldier.
Will. Yeah, it will go very well.
Yeah, I think it'll go better than
It
the
will.
XM one because the XM one's like kind of too museum.
Too museum.
Yeah, so
It's too
I'm hoping
museum.
they go well together.
Your one, and I think the Iron Studios Age of Ultron version will go very well. Both of those will go very well with that piece. Yeah, it was really nice. That Winter Soldier, especially the knife pose, that tipped it for me when they changed the hands over. When we got out of the box and changed the hands over to the knife pose, I was just like, yeah, that's fucking next level shit. I really thought it was class. Very nice head portrait on that as well. The portraits are really coming on nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had to grab this. Wasn't in my plans. So, and as I was saying, like before, on the chats, that pretty much I'm at the stage now in my collection where if I buy something new, something is going. So,
Sure.
upon going to Singapore, I'm bringing, getting a few pre-orders. I've had to get rid of a couple of bits myself. It's just how it goes.
Well, this life. I mean, I do need to. I do need to kind of look at mine and try and figure out 100%. God damn it! You still there?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, my screen just flickered and went on to fucking Google Hangouts. Sorry.
Yeah, it plays up.
Dagnanit. Bear with me a second. I can't see you. Or maybe that's a good thing.
It probably is. I won't worry too much. You've seen enough of me over the last, I don't know, 10 days.
Well, I don't think we saw that much of each other, to be honest. But anyway.
I had to put you to bed. That was the most funniest part.
Huh?
I had to mother you, man. I had to mother you.
To mother me? Oh, yeah. That was, yeah. That was that night where I just fell asleep and we had so little sleep. And then you...
Yeah, people don't know.
Yeah.
People don't know. I mean, you go out and you do like, I don't know, like 12 hours of filming and stuff like that. And then like, Connecticut's or somebody or another collector's like, oh, should we go grab some dinner? And you're like, yeah, let's fucking do it. So you go out and you do that. Then you get home about 11, 12 o'clock. And then you've got all this footage and all these pictures that you need to post. So then you start doing that for 4 hours. You start posting and sharing and doing all of that. And then it's 3, 4 in the morning, and then it's 8 again. You're up at 8 and you start again. You're off and you go again, and that's what it's like every single day. So we were surviving on around 4 hours sleep for about 5 days. That's what we had. But at one point, Alex was like uploading videos, and then I heard something drop on the floor, so I went over. And it was about 3 in the morning, and he had his glasses on. He was asleep. He had his phone in his hand, and he'd knocked something else off the fucking side of the bed. I went to take the phone off him, and he's like, "No, I'm uploading. I'm uploading." I said, "No, listen." Took his glasses off. I said, "Look, go to sleep. And tomorrow's another day. Sweet dreams, sweetheart. Sweet dreams." And I had to put him to bed. It was cold. I went to bed quite proud of you, though. I went to bed. I was like, yeah, man, he's put on his shift, bless him. He's putting some hours, man. He's putting some manpower today.
Yeah, God. But where the fuck is this chat? I can't see you. Oh, there you are. All right. So I've got you back. I can see you. I can't see you on my phone, but you can still see me or not?
Right. Nah, I can see I can see the really ready sort of RoboCop thing.
The RoboCop going on. It always happens with my shit because people start talking to me.
Yeah, that's what happens. But come on, next pictures, man. Let's go.
All right, let me click on the next picture. I might have to sign back out and sign in. So this is then the Hulkbuster. So obviously I've got the 3 poses. So if you talk about it, I can hear you anyway. So I'm just going to log out and log back in on my phone, okay? If you keep talking, and tell me when to switch.
All right, sweetheart. Don't worry. Yeah, this was actually really impressive in person. I see some pictures of it, and I see that it's amazing what paint job changes like so much. I mean, I thought to myself, yeah, the sculpt looks decent. The battle damage is crazy on this, really crazy, and the alternative display options are nuts. I mean, this actually looks really good. And then there's the one where you put the head down, and you've got the body outside of it, and then you've got it coming out of the body. I think this was really a big star of the show. I think it was one of the biggest stars of the show for me, this Hulkbusters, because I put a lot of stock in just how good the Imaginarium Arts version is, and the Imaginarium Arts version is exceptional. It's a very good Hulkbuster, and it would take something very, very special to take the king, to take the king's place. And this, I think this done it, and I think it done it. Sadly, I think it done it relatively comfortably. I think this is by far the best Hulkbuster out there. Easy. All the light ups and I mean, some of the details in there as well, just in the inside. I mean, I stuck my head in there where fucking, that big opening is.
I'll put my phone in there, yeah.
And some of the details in there, like to the paintwork in there. I mean, and it's still a prototype as well, which is even more alarming. But the base wise, it's huge. It's a huge piece. I help it again. Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Oh, good. Good. You can see my wire there.
I helped put it away, and again, it was the weight of it. The sheer weight of it is unbelievable. Like, I mean, the Iron Man, for example, feels absolutely solid. I mean, I thought if anybody comes over and says something stupid to me, I'm just going to pick that fucking Iron Man up and smash it over their canister. And because that Iron Man was absolutely solid, it was like a fucking baseball bat.
Oh yeah, I mean, it
didn't feel.
It was. I mean, the whole piece is great, and the kind of like, as you say, when you look at the Imaginary Arts one, and you're like, I love this piece. It's great, and whatever else. I mean, I don't know. Can you see it behind me?
Yeah, man, of course, yeah.
Yeah, so basically I've got it, and I'm very, very happy with it. But then once you sort of see this one, you're like, yeah, there's just so much more going on with it. I mean, but then again, I mean, this is more comic and the other one's more movie. So you have got that kind of separation as well.
Yeah.
Delete that. So yeah. Okay, so I've just been told to delete a picture, so I had to delete it. Anyway.
About to share without permission, sweetheart.
Well, it's all over the place anyway, but don't want to piss anyone off.
Come on, let's go next.
All right, so next one, there you go. So these are the different poses. So obviously you got him where you can display Iron Man by the side with the cockpit open. That's Ben there, sorting out. Then you got the Iron Man inside,
stepping out in it. That's my favorite one.
And then you've got the cockpit closed and Iron Man there.
That's great enough.
So you've got the three.
I probably like the last two. They're my favourites.
I like that one. I like that one.
My favourite.
I don't. Yeah, that one. No, that's my least favourite as well. So I'd probably go for this one. So you've got the two statues, two separate statues. Because I mean,
they're both fighting together, aren't they?
The thing about it as well is the actual Iron Man statue is a really nice statue. You could actually easily have it as a standalone statue, and it'd be really nice.
It's very clean. It's super clean, considering it's like still a prototype. It's really clean.
Yeah,
there's not a wayward line anywhere, which is quite impressive in itself.
Right. Yeah. So
there were very few pieces there that were actually like production pieces. In fairness.
Yeah. Well, that was the problem I had, was I was trying to set them up, and then you kind of end up getting every piece I needed to set up was one of the pieces which was a prototype, and I'm like, well, god damn, because it's like I didn't have any clue how to set it up. And most of the time as well, some of the prototype pieces, they came over with blue tack and glue and put it back together.
Yeah, I mean the Iron Man, the classic Iron Man, and the Beta Ray Bill, I know, were both production pieces.
Yeah,
both of them were.
Well, obviously, like Craven and some of most of the Sinister Six as well were,
Yeah. Spider-Man wasn't, and Dr. Octopus weren't, but the rest of them were pretty much all. I mean, this piece as well. This was sculpted by Caleb, and this got a lot of attention. For me, I could actually say this was probably one of the best quarter scale pieces there, and this is the most tempting that I've ever been to buy a character that I do not know. I don't know anything about Moon Knight whatsoever.
We had a conversation with Chris Bowles and Big Mother, and we had a conversation with him about it, and we said, like, we know nothing about this character, and he goes, oh well, he's basically like he's got a split personality, he's got like 4 defined personalities, and he's like totally different. And he started telling us about the character. The character seems pretty cool, but again, it was just like,
Yeah.
I don't know anything about him, so I'm trying
Yeah.
not to.
I'm never tempted, no matter how nice the statue is. I'm never tempted if I don't know who it is.
I
And
wish I could say the same.
this is the most tempted I've ever been. And do you know what it is about this that really I think is going to, once you get this in your collection and you put it in your setup, it is going to stand out so much, like more than everything else because of the colors.
Mm.
Because everything else in a collection is like reds and blues and, you know what I mean, blacks and greens. There's nothing like this. There's literally, I look all around me and I have nothing. It is like, it is grey and cream and white and like burnt edges. It's really crazy. I mean, it really is very impressive. And I think
it's done really well.
If you went to somebody's house and they had like 50 pieces, they won't have any pieces like that. And your eye will literally, because mine at the show kept going towards it all the time.
Yeah.
I knew then it was
special. I have to say that I preferred this head.
Yeah, me too. But then again,
it's all to do with not knowing the character.
Exactly. It's the same as Goku. It's the same as fucking, the Power Ranger. If you don't give a shit, if you don't know anything about the character, you're just looking at the art. And I think there's a lot with that head. I think there's a lot going on. I think it's a crazy look, a crazy detail. See, that looks good, but I much prefer it.
Remember?
Yeah, that was.
They tried to blame you for that.
Yeah, it wasn't me.
They well tried to blame you for it. They were like, "Yeah, you put the hand on the wrong way around."
Probably because I was spending so much time next to it because I kept getting drawn to that fucking piece all the time.
But the hands around the so ignore that because the hands are upside down. So
I took loads of pictures. Why would you pick?
Well, we had this conversation already before the chat. It didn't go very well, so I was trying to get everything ready, and Anyway, then you got Poison Ivy, and again, I mean,
my wife actually texted me to pre-order this.
Yeah,
she never does that. When she see the picture on Facebook of this, you should pre-order this. But
she's,
I mean, this is really nice, really nice.
Really nice. The heads are really well done. I think
this makes Batman. Oh, that's how good it is.
Say again?
I think if you like the Batman, the Samurai Batman, I think this is going to blow your fucking head off.
Yeah.
Because this is so far the best looking one in the line that I've seen. It just looked absolutely fucking nuts, like crazy good. This.
Well, they were talking about we had a conversation with them about it, and they were saying about how this has been delayed so many times, and the approval had been rejected so many times, and they said it was a blessing because they said that the way it's come out, they are so happy with it that they're glad it was delayed because otherwise it wouldn't have looked like this. Even the details on the orchids here. So really nice.
Just with it, there's a sexiness to it. There's a sort of a glamorous, there's a lot of the character that's wrapped up in this, even though it's a slightly Japanese theme. You can feel it, and that's nice. I really like how they've done it. Really, and I like that. Funny enough, I actually prefer the upper head as well.
Yeah,
the one with the mask. I really like that one.
Right. So nice. They got that head there, and the umbrella as well. Really nice.
It is. I mean, it's just again, it's a hugely vibrant, drastic.
You were saying
change.
You could see Uma Thurman. Was it this head or that head? That one.
Yeah, I could see. No, I could see. I could see a bit in that one, just a little bit. There's the hint there. It's just a touch there.
Yeah.
And I like that about it.
And then obviously my piece of the show is Weapon X. I think I've said this story already, but I don't know if it was on chat or obviously it won't be on chat because we ain't done a fucking chat. But yeah, so basically we went to the XM office and we were talking to XM, and this was in the little studio area, and I sat down and I picked it up and I had it in my hand for like 15 minutes, just being like, wow, this is fucking amazing. It looks really good. The water effects on the body are really well done, and it probably doesn't look that great on pictures, but on these pictures the flash is quite powerful there and that. But in hand, it's really nice. The water effect looks. I'm blown away by it. I'm so
I
happy
really
I
like
ordered
the
it.
I like the individuality of it. I like the fact that XM now are starting to think about how they want to turn it unique. So, you can take boards off and you can take screens off and you can
Yeah,
switch the lights and move them around. And I think it's things like that, that are really nice because you're appealing to the artistic level in all collectors. I mean, we all do that.
mm.
We all set up our display. We want it a certain way, like some people are like,
Well, I think it's
you
good as well. They've done that option,
studio
so
and an angle and all that. There's ways
yeah.
that people want things displayed, and I think the way that they've done this is, I mean, the fact you can move all the screens around this just really is really nice.
I
So it's
mean,
a very nice.
also, yeah, you could take off some of the screens so it's not as high.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
So
that's right.
someone says that I love the piece, but would it be a completely stand? So, but would it be a complete standalone in my collection? Do you think this would work? Of course, I think this piece would look
Who?
amazing. Someone's saying, would this piece look good on its own? Um, I can't
Oh yeah,
remember what Nicholas is. I think he's first for figures collector. If I remember, I can't remember off the top of my head. But he's
oh yeah.
asking if this will go well on its own. But I think it would
Yeah.
definitely.
This is
If you can
this
get
is
one,
this
do
is
it.
it's it ticks all the boxes because the great thing about this piece,
And you
why
got
it's
Mars
in
Porter
this
as well.
top why it's in the top sort of pieces that we've selected is more to the fact that it tells a story all on its own. You don't need
Yeah,
anybody else with it to tell a story with this piece. You could put this next to Magneto, you could put it next to, Jean Grey, or you can put this next to anybody you want. But the brutal truth is that, it's a Wolverine origin story in
yeah.
itself. It's got the screens, the lights, the busted canister. I mean, there's pictures that I took off the glass where the glass has got water like
Yeah, yeah.
running inside of the water on the glass. I mean, there's details on this piece that go on for days. There is detail
Well,
upon
I've
detail.
seen we saw
It's very
the unpaint the unwet one, the dry one
yeah.
even. And
That's the word was dry.
yeah,
Yeah,
the thing about that is with the dry one, there is a bonus because you can see so much more of the sculpt, and the sculpt is really really
yeah.
good. I mean, some of the detail is slightly lost
Daniel,
by having all the wet over it, but I
Daniel
think
Bell
that the way
is
to go,
exactly.
yeah, Daniel Bell. He does very Daniel Bell does more sort of muscly, veiny men. That's what we were told. Lean men.
Lena.
Yeah. So
Well, I mean, this is crazy. He's outdone himself with this. I mean, the way he's done the hair on the body and the arms and things like that. I mean, I have the yellow Wolverine, and I love that yellow Wolverine, but it's not in the same ballpark.
nowhere near.
In regards to how they,
Nowhere near.
yeah, that's nowhere near it.
Then I mean, we went over to see obviously HMO. HMO had some great pieces. They got their own line, so they got the Bounties of Bathos, and they got the Spectral Knights. They've also got the Mega Man, but the piece that really stood out, probably even better than some of these XM pieces we just shown. It was definitely,
Yeah,
I would say it was one of the top three quarter scale
I
pieces.
agree.
Actually, well, let me think, because you got. Because I wouldn't have put I mean, the Hulkbuster's quarter scale, but I would have put that in larger pieces. But yeah, probably be, I would say it's up there. I'd say it's definitely in top five pieces. Pieces of we've already shown is the Morrigan. Again, I mean, I played Darkstalkers. I think I think it was on the Sega Saturn, and it was on the Sega Saturn, so would it be
The thing is,
PlayStation as well? And she's
this
also
piece,
in,
this
well,
piece
where's
is close
Capcom?
to as close to flawless as you're going to find anywhere.
Mm,
I mean, it is absolutely fucking flawless. The body sculpt on it is absolutely insane. It's just crazy.
mm,
The paint, even there, you look at the purple on the inside of the wings, and it looks like it's under a UV light. It ain't. That's just the paint.
yeah.
It is absolutely glowing in underneath them wings.
Well,
And the
that's because it's painted by James to say though.
um,
He's got that talent where he does that kind of UV look. He's done that on a few of his custom paint ups. But also the other thing about this Morrigan is she has. They wouldn't tell us what material it was, but it's like either glass or acrylic eyes, and the eyes are
they ain't gonna tell us. I mean, it's their own creation. He said it, Mafuzal Mokhtar told us
Yeah,
it's on an interview that that it's his own creation to make the eyes like that, and they are
mm,
crazy. Person, they're
yeah,
fucking crazy. They're like mesmerizing eyes.
yeah,
This piece was a showstopper. I don't really play the game. I know nothing about it. But a piece of art is spectacular and
yeah,
definitely the strongest female piece at the show.
yeah. Also, it's very clever because the from this position, the rock base just looks like rocks. When you turn
Yeah,
it to the front, it's like a skull, and it's
3D.
really well done. I mean, also on the first night, the people who did manage to get a picture because the fuckers at HMO decided they want to take all the heads off, so we couldn't get pictures. But the people who managed to get pictures of it, their pictures went around, did the rounds on Facebook. They went all over the place. Everyone was so impressed with
Yeah,
this one.
yeah.
Then
It's
moving
kind of
on to the smaller pieces. So then you got the diorama. So you got the War Heroes diorama by Connecticut. This piece again, another great piece, really well done. We say it every time, but Charlie's kicking Guile right in the fucking top of his head. Axe
I
kick
can't
to the top
I
of the head.
can't wait
Guile.
to see it. I can't wait to see this painting. I can't wait to see it
Well,
painted because the sculpt is
I
it's
did.
like like Magneto, the sculpt is got so many textural details
Mm,
going on there. Got so many like on his trousers. His trousers are like completely different to the jacket, and then you got
yeah,
Giles' vest completely different to his like boots and thing. I mean, there is a
yeah,
lot going on. You give a good paint job on that, and that becomes one of the best. I mean, dioramas out there. You
yeah.
really are in for a massive treat because I think this is a huge
Well,
step up from their other Street Fighter line diorama.
yeah,
The brother one, the Ryu versus Ken one is nice. The Ken is really nice. The Ryu is okay. I think it's okay, but this is crazy. I mean, both of the
yeah.
likenesses are spot on. The portraits are really there, and the body sculpts
Mm,
really top draw. So this for me is a new standard. I think Connecticut's are managing to hit.
yeah.
So I'm very excited to see where this goes, and I hope that they continue to be brave with their planning and the next few pieces that they do because this is really brave this, and I love it.
And also, Adib is going to be painting the prototype up himself. The part of the master paint is going to be painted by
Yeah,
himself. So really excited to see how that comes out. I think it's going to be shown. Painted version is going to be ready on the 14th or 15th of October. There's a convention that they're going to be showing it at. So yeah, be excited
can't
to
wait.
see that. Then you've got the Femme Fatales, which these are 6 scale as well, but these look a bit small
They look
because the
smaller
females.
compared to
Yeah, yeah.
the
'Cause so you got
others.
those. So you got Jury, you got Cammy, and you got Chung Li. Again, really, really nice. The thing about the Connecticut's pieces, I mean, with the as you can see on the top right of the screen, you can see the Ryu and the Ken. And what the Ryu and the Ken are going to be is you can actually um, get Goku and Akuma, and you can pose them
Yeah,
as of them fighting each other, and you could switch them out however you like.
yeah.
So it's really something like that.
You
And then
don't need
also,
to yeah, you don't need to have the Ryu. You can
yeah,
get the Ken and the Goken, or the Ken and the Akuma,
mm,
or the Ryu and the Goken, and the Ryu and the Akuma. It's they've got great big plans. So
yeah,
that's why you sit and you have dinner and you fucking break bread because you find
yeah,
out
yeah,
things. And they're things that fucking matter. That's why
yeah.
you don't punch somebody in the face when they say, "Do you fancy coming for lunch?" You don't go "fuck you." You go, "Yes, yes, we
Yeah, and
will."
then so also
Yes,
with
we
the
will.
like
That's
Chung
shit.
Li,
We're going.
yeah, the Chung Li, the Kami, you can move them around as well, so you can pose them
Yeah,
in the different
yeah,
positions.
you can.
Uh, so you can. So
It's
that's
just it's,
that.
it's it's really it's a really unique style. It's a unique
Mm,
idea, which I really like. I really like the idea of
thinking out
making
of the
this. I mean,
box.
it seems that collecting now is going more towards this way. Their ideas now are trying to make it that they're personal. That it's not about, oh, you missed out on this piece, so you can't have this diorama. It's more a case of now, well, maybe you missed out on the jewelry, maybe you missed out, but it doesn't matter because you'll just get Cammy and then you'll get fucking Chun Li, or they'll release another one, and you know what I mean. It's just smart. I quite like that
Yeah,
idea. You know what I mean? You can personalize your display, so to make it original. You know what I mean?
Then,
Very good, very nice.
oh yeah, then you got the Ryu Studios piece. So you got the Naruto 1/6
Yeah,
piece.
that was fucking mad and all. That was crazy. It
Really
looks
well done.
well. It look,
This,
that picture makes it look well small. It's
yeah,
massive. That
yeah.
fucking thing is
These,
absolutely mad.
if these pieces, these are 1/6 scale. If they were quarter scale, they would be huge.
Well, let's
Really,
put it that way.
really
That
big.
ninja star that's in that base that you can see on the right hand side
Yeah.
at the bottom, that is bigger than a real ninja star. Like you could pick that up and you could throw that at someone. That is like a life size, if anything, probably a bit bigger than life size ninja star.
Yeah.
Trust me
Yeah.
when I tell you. So
And then you got the Gara as well, which again is this huge piece. I mean, but really, really well done. This piece, I mean, sold out, and what it is unfortunately they've only got an Asian license, so they are new out there. So definitely keep an eye on their stuff. And they
let's hope they get worldwide license. We
Well,
need them
they're
to get a
trying really
worldwide
hard to
license.
get worldwide license, but obviously they're competing with like Somarts and stuff like that, so they need to sort of get that. They're going to skim through some of these.
Madness, man. These pieces were
And the
massive as well in
ball,
person. They're really,
yeah.
really decent,
Right,
super
so
clean. Like
that
really
is all of those, and
sweet.
that's one down.
One down.
One down. Do you want to go get any water or anything, George? Are you okay to carry on? All right, so if I close, I've run out of water. Folder, that one. All right, so sorry, I'm just doing my folder screen share, application window. No, screen share. There you go. All right, so we're back. You see it? So that was just to remind
Okay.
me to
Yeah, yeah.
mention my blade kit. So this I actually
Yeah.
so it's Showboat. I got this off Thomas Anders, and then it got sent to Henry Stewart to prep.
Yeah.
So Henry's doing all the prep work. Really, really talented guy. He's going to send it across. The only reason I'm not getting it painted by him is because I know I'm going to get fucked by customs, and I'm quite worried about shipping the kit. So I'm getting
Yeah.
I've just got him to prep it because I know he's done 10 of them. So I know he knows what to do. So I'm going to get him, I've got him to prep it, put the magnets, do all that kind of business. And then
Let's
I'll
hope
send
it's
it
smooth, but
to,
it's painting and it's going to be called out. So it
yeah,
better
and
be
then I'll
good.
send it to a local painter to do that.
Sweet.
That was just to remind me about the Spider-Man, which should be with me any day now. Then we've got the Eric Sosa Akuma. This went up for pre-order on the 8th of September.
Yeah,
So,
I got one.
yeah, George got one. Did you get Shin? Or? Yeah.
No, I got the regular Kuma.
Oh, cool. Cool, cool.
I mean I really like I really like fucking both of them. I think they're both absolutely exceptional. I still maintain that the prototypes Ryu is the best Ryu out there.
Yeah.
I've seen a better Ryu. I think it's fucking crazy. I think it's absolutely crazy.
He's big. Look at him.
I heard they tried. But I heard someone told me that they are shaving a bit off the bottom of that base of Akuma to bring him a
Right.
little bit down. That's what I heard. Whether or
Yeah,
not
yeah.
that's true, what I heard is that the bottom of the base is going to be trimmed a bit, so it's not so deep.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I mean, it does look like he's slightly too big. Because you've got to remember,
Mm.
he is quite close in size to Ryu. He's a bit bigger, but not. I don't think it's
Yeah, he looks
huge.
like a fucking
Uh,
giant there. Jesus.
it's a funny thing, man. It's just how he's got a fantastic Eric Sosa. There's it's him. It's like him and like Aaron Ray Perez. The way that they see characters, they just for me they just get it. I mean that pose is not overly dynamic with that Akuma, but it's just perfect.
Yeah.
It's just when I think of a Kumu in my mind, or if I was to sit down with an artist and say, right, I want you to do me a drawing of a Kumu, that is how it'd be posed. But with obviously he has the kanji as the tattoo.
they've added the kanji.
Yeah.
So the kanji's been painted on.
Yeah, the shin looks really impressive too.
Yeah,
the shin looks really, really impressive. What's that one then? What's that one back there? That's not him.
What?
That one there, that's not him.
Oh, sorry, that's PCS.
Yeah, that's nothing to do.
PCS Shin went up at around the same time. So PCS Shin and Sosa went up at the same time.
Okay.
And he's still doing all the red on his elbows and things.
Yeah, I'm very excited for this. I mean, the body sculpt, especially, that's the one. I mean, the bare chested one. I'm quite interested to see how he does the way you take the gi on and gi off. If it's two different torsos or what.
I know it's going to be two busts.
I can't wait. I really can't wait to see. You know, I can't wait to put it with my Connecticut's Evil Ryu. I don't care what Jenny says. I'm putting it in my changing room in the glass cabinet. She doesn't realize she's going to come in to put my fucking trousers or jeans or some shit away in my room, and she's like, "Where the fuck did that come from?"
There you go. So they changed the kanji there because apparently, I think it was red before, and they made it white.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
This is a teaser for Prime 1, which is their Captain America. Not really seen much of it, but it's just a little teaser. Don't know
about doing this.
Don't know if it's called scale. Don't know whether it's 1/3, but just a teaser. This is a teaser for the.
I heard they were catching a bit of shit for fucking their. I heard that Prime 1 were catching a bit of shit for their. Now they've done some unpainted. There's some geezer did a really good post. I think it was on RaddTitan actually.
Yeah.
I don't remember where it was. I'm pretty sure it was RaddTitan. It was like, now we're doing the unpainted, don't give a shit fucking.
Sorry, yeah. I saw it.
I
should have a picture of that.
I went up my nose, you know what I mean? I got Weetabix coming out my nose because I read that as I was eating. Don't Facebook meat, man. That's dangerous shit.
This is the Berserk Skull King, and this piece is going to be massive, and it's probably going to be quite a few grand.
Is it someone on a horse?
Yeah. It's from Berserk.
He's on some sort of animal. I've seen it.
When this happened, this was like ages ago now, but we've only just come back and whatever else. But when this happened, they said that about Wonder Woman. So they posted this saying it's going to be just as big as Wonder Woman. And then they posted this to say that this is going to be the same sort of size as Wonder Woman as well. So
what's that meant to be?
I don't know. It's like Prime something.
Oh, okay.
Optimus Prime doing something.
I know what that was at all.
Then you got the David Belmonte. You got his.
Really like the look of this Night Stalker.
Nightcrawler.
Nightcrawler. Jeez, I'm thinking about Night Stalker Ramirez. I'm going serial killers. Fuck, I need to fucking believe them.
They got that. Really nice, that is.
Yeah.
Then you had a little picture of XM there. This was before the convention. This is like a little teaser.
I got one of them shirts.
Yeah, so do I. I've got one of the. I think I got that one. Yeah. So this is basically they were sort of teasing about a DC thing, and they kind of like hinted that they were doing like a 1/6 scale DC license. So be interested to see what they come out like. If we haven't seen it already, but anyway. Then you got this fucking looks amazing. This is the So March One Punch Man, and
that's wicked.
This looks great. It's really nice.
That looks really cool. I like that.
So it's got his little shopping bag with his leaks. So
I love it. That looks great.
Then you got the Swamp Thing. So I'm going to go through these quite quickly because a lot of these are like a bit old. But what it is I've got on my phone.
Yeah.
I have a.
I ain't seen them.
I have a folder that I just drag everything across for when we do chat. So, yeah. Then you got the Wolverine by Iron Studios. So this is the quarter scale one.
Hate it.
Yeah. Well, when you see the Weapon X, by XM, and then you see this. Yeah.
I just don't, it's got nothing to do with it. I just don't like the proportions. The proportion look fucked. They look so fucked. I don't know if it's just pictures, so I'd love to see it in person. And I've seen some fantastic stuff that this studio has done. I mean, especially like the Bane versus Batman and the fucking, that looks fucking crazy. And we've seen some really good pieces of theirs in hand.
That looks nice. The glass looks good.
Yeah.
They're
It's the Wolverine, not the base, and it's not even the pose. It's the Wolverine. There's something wrong with the. Do you know what he reminds me of? Do you remember? Cyber that he used to fight with?
What?
Do you remember Cyber?
Cyber?
That Wolverine used to fight with? Cyber.
Oh no!
It's basically like a machine, it's a machine that looks like Wolverine, but it's really jacked, like fucking ridiculous. Just as short, but really, really, really wide. And he's like, I think most of his body's made out of fucking adamantium or whatever it is. He's like virtually indestructible. He fights Wolverine, and I think it looks more like him. I would have liked to have seen that. To be brutally honest,
that's the thing as well. I mean, if he's meant to be Weapon X, because he's coming out of the Weapon X thing, isn't he?
Oh shit! Well, maybe it's meant to be like a nod to his origins and then where he ended up. Maybe it's a story of time. I'm not sure, but you know, whatever it is, I mean, the details look insane on this sort of parts. They all look, providing they're not cheap and crap, like some of the other
Spider-Man.
Yeah, as long as it's done well and it feels premium, don't break loads of times in collectors' hands. That's a start. But for me, there's something about his proportions I just can't get past. I just think he just looks awful.
Yeah. Then you got the teaser. Again, this is an old one, but this is the 1/6 scale Eric Sosa Deadpool.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, and I think he's hinted that he's going to be doing a 1/4 scale version of it as well, like he did with the
Sweet
Ryu. So yeah, this is pretty cool. Then you got Swamp Thing, so that went up for pre-order. Then you got this is the concept for the Justice League piece there.
Yeah, they're going to be tweaking this a little bit from what I remember.
They are. They are. You got the Amiga beam and whatever else.
I really like it. I think it's proper.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see it. I really can't. I really want to see it. I like this
custom Mr. Sinister on throne.
If you ever want to talk about like a true character that really should have a throne, you're talking Mr. Sinister. He's like the ultimate fucking schemer, the ultimate strategist.
This is really nice.
I like looking at it. Nice. I really do. I'm still hoping XM are going to release a few X-Men. I mean, all I've got at the moment, X-Men wise, other than the, don't really class Cable and Magneto. I've got them together, but I only have the Wolverine, so I need a few X-Men pieces, really.
Then you got this is from Fatal Fury. This is Terry. Oh God, I can't remember his surname now. Terry Bogan, I think his name is. Gets.
I'm glad you didn't ask me because I have no idea who he is.
Terry Bogard. Close.
Bogard. It's like our boy, isn't it?
So you got that.
Isn't that our boy? It's like Keith's Mr. Bogard. That's what he calls himself, isn't it? Mr. Bogard.
Oh, does he?
Keith.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then this piece was quite a lot of stick because people were saying his hair weren't right, the gun weren't right, whatever else, and it went up for pre-order. Then went back up for pre-order, got changed, whatever else. I'm hoping to see this piece at New York because I really like the look of this.
Just tell me, after everyone's bitching and moaning, did people buy it?
I don't know. I haven't really. I'll ask Alex later.
That's what I really care about, because it's all good saying all these things as long as you put your money where your mouth is once all the changes come.
You got
I'm not a big solid snake. I don't really know enough about this. I never played this game much.
Yeah. They're calling it Snakegate. So then you got the camouflage version, which they've also made, I think, another one, which is like a green,
like a neon green one.
Yeah, I think that's quite clever because in the game he goes camo. So yeah,
looks wicked.
And also you got the goggles and the long goggles.
The thing that they think about though, with all the like laser beams on the wall and all that, I mean, they really do push the envelope first for figures. I mean, They have I think I saw on the video where they have like a spinning camo box, don't they? A spinning ammunition box that spins around on the base. I mean,
The
they
feedback on
really did.
Sideshow, we're looking into it. We will work on the SOCOM and run by Konami for approval. Fingers crossed. Also, for your reference, Snake is based on the Legacy Edition Solid Snake. See pic below. We actually got the 3D file directly from Konami based on the pose of the cover, so proportions match this. Thank you for all the feedback, guys. So yeah, they people were complaining, but they got the reference 3D files from Konami direct. So yeah,
there's no mistakes. End of story. If you've got the files from there, that's what it is.
So they tweaked a few of the paint colors.
I ain't gonna lie, it definitely looks better on the right than it does the left. For me, but I don't know what I'm looking at. I can only say which picture I like more than the other picture, but I don't understand what either of these pictures are.
Yeah,
to be honest.
And
so it's just like looking at two fucking.
Yeah, so the gun's changed because that's the guns. Yeah. It looks like a Beretta or something there, and then that's the SOCOM there. They changed that. Then they've tweaked the face a little bit. Also, First Figures are doing a life-size Snake bust, and I'm not sure if to do with it or not, but I have seen a life-size Snake bust that I wasn't allowed to film at the time, and I'm wondering if that is related. I saw it in an office that I went to see in Singapore last year. Let's just say in Thailand, not in Singapore. And they wouldn't let me film it, and they said, "Oh, this is a one-of-a-kind prototype. Like, it's not getting made." So I'm wondering if
fucking liars,
because they do work with this company as well. So anyway, and then there's the green color there.
Kind of like the other one, but that's me.
Yeah, but the bust did look.
That just makes me want to fucking stick it in my mouth because I think it's a nice lime jelly fruit.
That makes me want to take it off the base and hold it up to the light so it glows in the dark. You know, when you used to get the toys, you hold it up to the light to get it to glow.
I had Mario Brothers pajamas that used to do that, man. I used to put them under the light and put them on, and I had like fucking all the characters just glow up, and I'd like look at them.
What was that, about 2 weeks ago?
Nah, man, I was about 18.
Right, so that's that. That's the Animo box. This is a custom Luke Cage Power Man. Got that there. And you got the modern and the classic looks.
I like the classic. The classic I like.
I like
the classic looks cool.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about the modern. I like the classic a lot.
Well, the modern is more like the kind of TV showish and classic look. It's very
I like that classic.
Contest of Champions, isn't it?
Yes, definitely. Yeah, so I'm feeling I definitely like that one. That one's
You get busted and hold the other part on there. And it close up there. Nice detail.
Fuck, he's had blue eyes.
He does on this.
Very nice. So that's one handsome brother right there, man. He'd get all the chicks. He looks a bit like that guy, fucking like was it Enter the Dragon? You just want to say them words, didn't you?
Come right out of the comic book.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Mr. Handman. Yeah. I think he died, that guy. His name was like Black Belt Jones or something. I think he died. This is part of a paint up by John Alred, and this is the Beast custom by Bushy Collector, and that's insane. The detailing on that, where he's like knocked over his scotch and he's got some ice.
It's also really clever, isn't it? Really clever because it's also like he's standing on the desk, isn't he? So having a knocked over stuff is smart. I like that. It looks great.
I was really great because everyone I've seen so far, the glass is filled up, and I think this is a great take to do it differently. And I think he's done a really, really good job. And then he spent hours just doing these little books, doing books like that.
It's cool, man.
Yeah. So whoever's got this one is in for a fucking treat, I tell you.
Yeah, I tell you what.
Then these are the Prime 1 wings of the.
I can fly.
Nosferatu Zod, which again is going to be just some ridiculously massive crazy piece. Then you got Susan again. This is on Sideshow Live while we were in Singapore, and this is the Dark Side by Prime One.
That's a sexy vest and all. She always wears the best stuff when I don't get to watch.
Yeah, she always wears something that matches.
Yeah, a good style, man. I like her style. That's a big fucking piece. Do you know what it is? I don't know what it is. There's something about a woman with a tape measure just really sexy. Is that just me?
I don't know. It brings back bad memories for me. So you go through. So yeah, again, and there's one about hugging it. It's massive. Piece is huge. Because that's the thing about Susan. Dude. I mean, she's. Someone said something about, oh yeah, but yeah, of course he's going to look big next to a little woman. And she responded back saying that she was 5'9". So, yeah. So she's not short.
Yeah, it does it. We're all the same laying down, bro. It's all good. 5'9", 5'11",
then
7 foot.
The update for the Ryu. So this was available at Singapore Toy Game Comic Con. I don't think that face photographs very well. That face looks terrible in that photo.
Yeah,
it looks like the fucking gingerbread man in Shrek. But in person, it doesn't look that bad.
Yeah, I mean,
don't look that bad at all.
I have more of a problem with that pose. I actually really like the other pose where the arm is up, blocking the kick.
Yeah, you can change the poses.
That's what I like. It's more flow to it because that one there. You might be going into a dragon punch though. You never know. I don't know. Definitely not the Ken's much more superior. Like, Ryu's very difficult though as well. But I think the Ken's the better likeness out of these two. I think there's 2 heads for Ryu though, isn't there?
Yeah. Then this, I think, I'm going to get this so wrong now. I think, was this the cape for the Prime One Hush?
Yeah, it could be. That looks cooler.
Prime One Hush. I'm going to go with that until someone corrects me on the comments. This then is the Taurus Studios. This piece from World of Warcraft. This piece looks crazy.
Wow, that looks great.
Yay! I was right. Thank you, James. Thank you, Nicholas.
Then
this one is the one that Dave Wolf was talking about earlier on. So yeah, this is World of Warcraft. This is Taurus Studios. Again, I mean, they're the guys who made the helmets we ordered. Then you've got the light ups. I think this is really old. I think we've already done this. You got the light ups on the Thanos hand.
Is that the light is it's separate, which is exactly what I wanted.
Also, that also shows you how big that fucking hand is.
Yeah, that's a big old bitch hand. That
it's massive. This is the 1/3 scale Zangief. Sagat being casted.
Sagat.
Yeah. Sorry, back to that. So this one was out of whack.
Yeah.
Failed. Then you got the hands here just to show you that the light ups are all contained within the gauntlet.
I quite like the fact that they're glowing from the inside and it lightens up towards the edges. That's a nice touch.
Darkens, you mean?
Yeah, it sort of like lightens in the center and then it sort of like eases up as it gets to the edges, which is really good. I like that effect a lot.
Whereas Diablo, the Taurus Studio piece, fuck's sake, I was doing so well. All right. Then, yeah, you got the switch under there. And this was a call of desperation. This was the day that all the pictures started coming up for Singapore Toy Game Comic Con. Prime One decided we're going to show a teaser for our Wolf Predator, and I just think that stinks of desperation. Maybe that's just me.
I don't know. A lot of Predator hype. They wanted to jump on that bandwagon, man.
Yeah. Well, basically, there were the only criticisms some people had was it's not movie based, and that was the problems that a lot of people had. They said it's if you, I'll be right, or I'll be all over it, but because it's like a comic based world, Narin own take, borders. That was the only criticism people were saying about it. Then you have...
You got to go with a reference point you understand. I completely respect that.
You have the
I completely...
Imaginarium Art Soundwave, which again, this piece is looking amazing. I would never put my money into this company because they've lost over. A lot of people who ordered the Pepper Pots, ordered the Green Goblin, and ordered the other pieces still haven't got their refunds yet. And I'm seeing a lot of people with problems with the Hulkbusters. So,
I know, because I've seen that fucking Pepper Pots in people's collections. You know that?
Yeah, apparently it's not meant to be released.
Well, I've seen it. I'm telling you now. I've seen it on Facebook. I've seen it on.
I've seen some people with it. Yeah. I've seen some people with it.
Got it in their collection. I fucking know it's there. I've seen it. So some people are getting it.
They're probably being bought as customs underhandedly. But I mean, I'm very disappointed because I do love the look of this piece. I love the classic, very very classic look about it. I did try and have a conversation about it with one of the XM members, and Anyway, more heads. So these are the updated heads. These are the Monkey Sun Studios. So they're doing all these little characters which are like cutified the pieces. So this is the Killer Bee by Somarts. They do a lot of XM pieces by another company called like Chubby do them, and I think they're pretty cool. I don't think they're that cheap though. Then you got the Hulk transformation, which unfortunately wasn't at Singapore Toy Game Comic Con. Would have been really nice to see that, because I think if you saw that, you may have signed up for that one.
I might have had a problem. That was actually, that this piece is meant to be massive. Like apparently, I can't remember what I was hearing, but I heard something about the Hulk is like, just the Hulk itself is like 2 feet. So it's like 24, 25 inches from foot to head or some shit.
Well,
big.
Yeah. I mean, and they're trying to make it so you can separate Banner and the Hulk off, so you can display Banner separately if you wish.
I mean, there's a lot. There was around 20% which they decided not to show at Singapore. I mean, their pieces like the Vision and fucking Iceman and loads of other stuff. Cyclops,
Scarlet Witch.
There's loads of pieces that are meant to be coming. So we were all really hopeful of seeing them there, but there was apparently just too much. So they had to sort of, they spread it out so that they could throw some more pieces towards the end of the year.
Yeah, well, they've still got like three more conventions to go, I think.
Yeah, that's it.
This is a first for figures teaser for the Bowser show. This piece is going to be great.
It's kind of pointless doing shit, because I've seen that fucking thing in somebody's hand, and you could literally surf on that in a fucking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, you could actually do what you could do on July with the turtle dove shells or whatever they're called. So you gotta fucking kick them at people. You can do that with a Bowser shell.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. It's absolutely mad how big that thing is.
This is going to be the bust for the first figures bust, and they're going to be doing the actual clearer one with transparent plate if possible.
Oh, like a camel one.
Yeah. So
cool.
A strong man doesn't need to read.
What's that there?
He makes his own. What?
The next picture, what was that?
Well, there's going to be the background is going to be a transparent plate, if possible, static texture to simulate the radio frequency. When you're on Metal Gear Solid, you use your radio a lot, and basically you got this kind of color behind the radio, and then you got the frequency underneath, and then you got the static background, and that's what they're trying to simulate there with like the radio screen.
Okay.
So yeah, it's quite cool.
Yeah.
Then you got all the Sith wolves. I love this piece. Absolutely love this piece.
Yeah, me too.
Looks great. Really
it's
nice.
Massive.
That's the figures as well.
Massive.
This is the piece you were talking about, George. So basically, Prime One did the Prime One did basically the Batman Beyond. Then they did a gold version, and now they're doing a white version, and it's just a bit like Wow, really? And I think it's still like 350 edition size. So it's still quite a few to add
Well,
on.
I mean, me, I know that they've come out recently, or they put a post out just
Yeah,
explaining, what pieces are going to be variant.
yeah,
But for me, if I owned the original, I'd be pissed off about this. I know that they're very different, and they are very different. They got a different paint job, but it's the same fucking sculpt again.
yeah.
The same sculpt again. And no matter how you dress it up, and you put a cat in the oven, don't make it a biscuit. At the end of the day,
Well, I agree. I
they're
mean,
using the same thing
I
over
think,
and over and over again. And you can dress it up and you can call it what you want to call it, but it's a fucking piss take as far as I'm concerned. If I owned the original, I'd be livid. In
yeah,
fairness, it's what ruined the Batman. I put up with the high edition size Batman premium format from Sideshow because it was the only Batman. The second that they did the variant, that they did the blue version, I knew then and there, that moment, that a line, an even bigger piss take line had been crossed, and you couldn't make that right for me. So that
yeah.
piece had to go, just because I can put up with a high edition size, providing it's going to be the only Batman comic one that looks like that. If you want to do another one, you do a different sculpt, you do a different thing altogether.
Mm,
I think if they
yeah.
want to, should do if they can do this character, but why have the same sculpt again?
Well, it's just
Why is it the
lazy.
same thing over and over again?
Well, what they've done is they posted after that because there was a lot of you know,
Pro.
people complaining, obviously. And what they've done is basically they've said, "Hi guys, understanding the frustration that many felt about the Batman Beyond variant, Jay would like to give his heads up on the variants for the DC license that are currently in development. This is in hope able to help you guys. This is in hope able to help you guys. Okay. Variants are unfortunately required as Prime 1 also does many risky and less popular characters or licenses to satisfy each fan base.
Okay.
Each variant has been thoroughly thought through and made a very unique style to attract a certain group of collectors without taking the shine away from the original sculpt.
That's a
Here is a
bullshit.
list. So here is a confirmed list. Number one, Arkham Knight with red version, new head sculpt, very limited run. Number two, Arkham Knight Batmobile, 1966 skin variant, very limited run.
A different vehicle.
Number three, Arkham Knight Batmobile, 1970 skin version, very
That's a
limited
different
run.
version.
Number four, Frank Miller Batman Blue version, completely new
You knew that
sculpt
was
and base.
Is that a new sculpt?
Yeah,
New sculpt.
that's what I was waiting for. Yeah, new sculpt and new base.
So it's a different, that's
Uh,
good. That's so cool.
Hush Black Batman, very limited run. Hush Superman Black version, now bearded head sculpt, very limited run. Edition
Cool.
size run has not been determined yet. So far, the only variants that are so far these are the only variants that are confirmed. Prime One will keep you guys posted to any variants as and when it is confirmed. I hope this has been helpful. And remember, these
But
are only DC.
but when you reading that, it doesn't sound like that many at all. I mean, but there's already been 3 different versions of this one character.
Yeah,
You understand?
yeah. No, I agree. And it's
If
only
you
been like a
if you're
gold
doing
fucking
different heads and shit like that, then that's different. But this isn't a different
yeah.
head. It's a fucking head. It's the same
Well,
piece.
there's already been a gold fucking frog, from the Prince Frog or whatever it's called. So
I can see
yeah,
why people
yeah,
are frustrated. I mean, I would be frustrated too if I owned the original one of these, especially considering how well it was received. It was really well
mm,
received. It was considered one of the better Prime One pieces to come out from that line. So,
yeah,
then bringing out a gold one and then bringing out like a white and grey one, I don't know what that's meant to achieve,
yeah.
other than you're going to piss people off, really, which isn't ideal
It's just a
for
money
your,
grab. It's just a money grab, isn't it?
it
You
does,
know,
it feels that way. I'm sorry, but it does. It feels exactly like that. It feels like, and what does that mean? That, that a certain type of collector, a collector who doesn't like shit painted, or a collector that wants everything in gold? I mean, you're still using the same sculpt over and over again. It's
yeah,
not
yeah.
really ideal, is it?
Well,
It's not
it's still
what.
the um, what's it called? The pop culture shock way, isn't it? Of
Yeah.
using the same sculpt and painting another way, but at least pop culture shock do it on day one. Pop
Yes,
culture shock
everything's
are transparent
transparent.
with it. Well, apart from their
Still,
eyes, Bruce. But anyway,
I watched the Kotal Khan video recently. A couple of people had it, Man, that is like well off prototype, bro. I'm
Yeah.
really glad I fucking dropped that. Yeah, the feathers, especially on the head and everything, the feathers are well fucking different.
Mm.
Like he's missing about fucking 10 feathers in the back of his like head dress.
Yeah.
You know, really, really thinned it out. It looked quite disappointing, to be honest. I was quite glad. I was like watching it, and I was thinking to myself, them feathers don't look right, man. Is he like maybe he's put them in wrong or something? They'll come numbered like individual, like the Predator things. So I
Yeah.
went and I have, thankfully, because it was a piece I had. I had the it's still on my phone of the prototype and the pictures, and then I had the video saved from the con, and I looked at it, and it's like very different. So I
Yeah.
was a bit like, "Oh, that's not ideal."
That's
But
not bad.
lucky, yeah, just
I cancelled
oh
that
well.
bitch. Yeah. Well, yeah. They've added the finger onto the gun because apparently the finger wasn't actually on the trigger. I didn't even notice that.
I didn't notice either. Must have been too busy
Um,
sucking each other off or something. Yeah, looks cool. Nice touch.
yeah, this is a custom paint up of your custom head, which I actually just edited the video, so it should go up soon. I didn't put these in though,
He's
but
got
this is
Monica
like a
Lewinsky
Lord.
type of. He's got Monica Lewinsky sort of lipstick situation going on, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
You just
Mr.
almost feel him
Clinton,
saying
President
it,
Clinton. Yeah,
Mr. President,
but
Mr.
this
President.
I think this is Augustin Lowe's piece. So this is like a Maddox collector head, and
Yeah,
it's been
paint is
painted up
fucking
like that.
nuts. Like, I mean,
I really like it.
mine, mine's a lot smoother. It looks, and I think that's just paint because it's not the sculpt. It's just the way
Yeah.
it's been painted on. It's much more of a an insane, grittier sort of look. It looks fantastic. I have to say that it really
Mm,
does.
I like it.
Looks great. I
Then
mean,
this is Eric
yeah,
Sosa Spider-Man, which is going to be a custom piece by Payman. Payman Afflone is doing this. That's from
you
Marvel
like it?
versus Capcom. Well, it's the pose from Marvel versus Capcom, isn't it? So he is more juiced up in that.
My man's got some fucking coconut cracking thighs, bro. I mean, them legs, wow, he's big. It's a big fucking, they're jacked as fuck. Spider-Man, eh?
The Road Collector put down going, that Joker looks like my cousin L. And then you got the a new Venom that's coming through as well, which is going to be part of that. This isn't the
I
Eric
was really
Sosa one.
impressed
This is a
actually with
different one.
that custom, the one where he's busting through the water hydrant. That looked really nice.
That looks really, really nice. Yeah, that does. Very, very nice.
This looks nice.
This is the Prime 1 Superman coming out. You got that coming through. This is the Mark DeMello Batman, which I do like that. I think that is really nice.
Yeah, it's quite stylized, isn't it?
Did I say it was Marvel versus Capcom Spider-Man?
Yes, mate. He did,
Yeah,
yeah.
I did say it. So James is right in this Spider. Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I did say that. I thought I did. So yeah, I really like the look of this. Considering how many Batmen there are, I think that he's done really well to make it look more unique. You know, but he has
It
got a
definitely
fucking
looks different.
batarang,
I don't like it.
fucking batarangs every time. No joking. Uh,
I personally don't like it, but uh,
no,
not enough personal. Nah, not really. No. I don't know what it is. I mean, I would like to see it painted up, but just style wise, it just
hmm.
doesn't
Whereas
to me.
AVAY sculptures that'll be. Then you got this
Yeah, I
is
mean,
the
I
Prime One piece in hand. So you got that there.
think this is a game changing piece for me. I
This is
think.
not a very good picture. It's a very heavy flash there. You can see. You can also see Mega Man and Morrigan at the back. This would have been really
Yeah.
good. I was invited to this event. Well, we were invited to this event, but we weren't there long enough. This is like a show in Thailand.
Oh, okay. God damn it.
So yeah, we weren't there long enough.
God.
So this piece everyone was
Uh,
saying is who was it? Someone said who is a big massive collector said it's the best piece he's ever seen
I
in
don't know,
hands.
but I can completely understand what he's talking about, though. I
Mm,
mean, it really it looks incredibly special. It looks like a game changing piece.
yeah, yeah.
they've been like few of them through time. And I
Yeah.
don't know what it is about. Every time I see this piece, I don't know anything about the character or any of that shit. And you can say it's busy and all this bollocks, but the truth of the matter is, it just looks nuts. It looks absolutely nuts. As a sort of piece you could just have on its own with
I've
nothing
still not
with
made
it.
it past. Still not made it past episode 9. I've watched up to episode 9 twice now.
I ain't made it since episode 0. I ain't seen none of them, but it really. This piece looks very special to me. I mean, the Prime one never. I don't. The site that I've not seen anything. I mean, I do like some of the New 52 sort of stuff that they've done.
Yeah.
But I've never seen anything that would tempt me to buy anything as yet, just because of scale or because of stylized wise that things are done. But
well, even
this piece,
even in Singapore, the DC Cafe, we saw Harley Quinn, and we saw Noel, Batman, and we saw the Arkham Knight, and they all still look like toys. All still look like
yeah, I
toys to
mean,
me.
yeah. I've got to be honest. My initial feeling hasn't changed. Not yet. I
Yeah.
haven't seen that again. Like I said, I think the best that I've seen was the Deathstroke is the best one that I saw. That I thought, yeah, that's a really special piece, and
The
it is
face
a
on
really
Deathstroke
special
was
piece.
really nice. Yeah.
I mean, I think this is the next level. I think this, I think this is very, very impressive. I saw some pictures on Facebook as well of somebody taking the pictures of all the Prime 1 Guyvers, and there was that yellow Guyver was there.
Well, the one with the dinosaur.
Yeah, there's another one. There's another guy. I've seen a picture of it.
Really? What do you mean the
Yeah.
Zoynoid? The Zoynoid one?
No, the black one you're talking about, ain't you? The Zoinoid one. Is it black?
No.
Like
What are
green?
you talking about then?
Well, I saw a picture of a geezer who's like at a show, and like he's like someone's taking a picture of him taking a picture of them Pete Guyver pieces. So I spotted a Guyver at the very furthest point on the right of the picture that I hadn't seen before.
Yeah.
And it looks like Guyver. I don't know which one it is, but it's a different one. It's like a light coloured one. It's not the one with T Rex's head. And
Well,
it's
the
not that one.
Guyver 2 is the one where he's like an orangey browny colour.
Which one's that? The one that's on the T Rex's head?
All right, I'll have a look. I'll have a look.
I saw it just before we went live on the chat, though. That's why I would have sent you the picture. But
all right, then. God damn it!
Yeah, you got New 52 Green Lantern.
No.
What
No,
now?
I'm trying to find this picture now. What did you say? It was Prime 1.
I can't remember. Do it after. Do it later. Don't do it now.
No, I want to see it now, motherfucker.
Get a grip on yourself.
All right. Then you got the Prime 1 Green Lantern basically in the factory, coming out, getting ready.
This has been one of the more tempting Prime 1 pieces. What time is it? Midnight. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I mean this has been the one probably been the most tempting for me to buy. I think again, just style, the way it looks, the colours of it. I just think it looks exceptional. Personally, I really like this one.
Yeah.
It's one of my favourites of the just. I'm just not a huge Green Lantern fan. Otherwise, I would buy this. If I was remotely, I would buy this. So I think it looks great.
No, I do. I think it looks really, really nice. But again, I mean, I'm just not a fan of the character, really. Then you've got this is so the Akuma. They've added another pair of legs, so you can display 2 statues on the Akuma for the Pop Culture Shock one. I think for $1,000 they should have. No.
But you're gonna need something to put you're gonna need something to put them 7 heads on.
Yeah. God. All right. Then,
I mean, I have pieces in my collection at the moment, right, where they have 2 really good portraits. Like Electro has 2 really good portraits. I mean, they are both really good and have 10 merits, right? And it's a fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
Like having 2 good ones is a fucking nightmare, because all I do is like every time I come in my room and I'm looking over my shit, I'm just like, I think I changed the head. And it's just like, it's just long. I mean, can you imagine having 7 fucking heads? You want to hope that 6 of them are shit. You want to hope that 6 of them are bad.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
if they're all really good, oh fuck, what a headache!
it
What
bothers
a
me. Is, I
fucking
mean,
headache!
I literally, I'm the same where I won't really change them very often. So I'll keep them. I'll keep them in the box. Half the time I won't actually get them out. So I
I
won't
went
even
through a
bother
little.
changing.
I went through a changeover recently, but I mean, Thanos for one, the XM Thanos, that for me is a nightmare. I've changed that. I change that piece every 4 months. I literally change the hands to the fist, or both hands holding the cube, or one hand on the cube with a smirk, and it's a headache. It looks great. I don't get me wrong. I love having the options, but I think for people who are a bit like me, that sits there and looks at it and like, oh, I'll just change that. And then you go up in the loft, you get the box down, you get the arms out, then you get the head out. Fuck that shit.
Well, that's what I did, where I basically bought these containers and put loads of foam in and put all the fucking shit in there and cut the foam out. And it was just like, fucking hell. I haven't changed anything since, so I might as well just left it in the box. Then you've got the Green Ranger, which came out on Monday. This piece was
I hate all this
this
shit.
piece was $1,000 as well. Is that going to be
Really?
their new thing where now they're doing like Ultimate editions, which are $1,000 now? They're
Is
saying
that
that
how it is? What do you get with stuff?
the translucent resin on the base and the tail and whatever else makes it a huge piece, but it's just like,
Right.
really? But $1,000 for a fucking Power Ranger? It's just,
Quite expensive, really.
yeah, no, definitely.
That
But
is quite
I,
expensive.
I
I mean,
would,
what was? Yeah, it's
well,
expensive. There.
I can't remember, but
Just try. I mean,
there's different base as well,
I
and the
bought Better
different
Ray
base.
Bill back here. I bought Better Ray Bill back here for a fraction of that price. Like
Yeah,
genuinely, like a fraction of that price.
yeah, it's worrying, really, isn't it?
Well, it's
Then you're
not
going to say you got the
not
Sagat.
for me.
What do you think of the Sagat?
Looks great.
Nice
It really, I
body
mean,
sculpt on that.
I've got an interview. This is what I found so hard about the Scorpion and the Sub Zero was that I found the Akuma and the Chun Li and the Ryu just look like so good. And then I looked at that Scorpion and them Sub Zero, and I'm sorry, I think they're both junk.
Yeah,
You know, I really,
yeah.
I was really disappointed, like really disappointed. I thought the Sub Zero was better, but I think I think that I was being quite. I think I was even a little bit generous to Sub Zero. I went home not feeling too good about myself because I thought I gave him an easier time than he should have got. Because I really gave Scorpion a hard time. But Sub Zero I thought was a little bit better. But still, I mean, this is what they should look like. I mean, this is what it should be like.
Well, it should have fucking muscle. There's no definition on
I mean,
the.
this really looks unbelievable. The body sculpt on this and the Chun Li and the Ryu and the Kuma is absolutely insane. They're really, really, really special. And you can really
Yeah.
see the love, the soul, and the work that's gone into that. I mean, you really can. Say what you want about Jerry Macalusa, say what you want. The guy can fucking sculpt anatomy and sculpt beautiful bodies on people. He really can, and he can do some beautiful things. He just didn't do it with Scorpion and Sub Zero.
Well, the thing which
He obviously would have anything off.
the thing which I kind of was a bit suspicious about was when you look over the Scorpion and you look over the Sub Zero, the main problem is that Scorpion is meant to be an artist proof, which means artist proof is meant to be that it's
Yes.
gone to Jerry, he's painted it, whatever else. It goes to an artist, they paint it up, they send it off to to the factories, whatever else. But
Yeah.
what is now transpired is PCS is full of shit, and what they're basically their artist proofs are excess stock. When a company makes a product, so for example, this Sub Zero, I've got in front of me, I've got the numbers I should have. So Sub Zero is 350. I'm trying to find the number on this box.
Yeah.
So I know. So 350 on this box. I can't see it now.
Yeah.
I can't see it, but I
What does it
know
say?
on on Scorpion it was 250 the edition size, but they said blah 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 of there you go, 411. So with the Sub-Zero, there are 61 extra pieces. So it's 350. There's 61 extra pieces. What then happens is people will say, my base is fucked. This is fucked. That's fucked. They'll get sent a replacement.
Mm-hmm.
So out of those 61, maybe 50% will go off as replacement. So like 30, just say 31 goes off. So then their artist proof number is at 30 artist proofs. But they're not artist proofs.
Yeah, that's not.
They're not artist proof. They're excess stock. So they should be more transparent about it. They're not artist proofs. And it's just such fucking bullshit. But then when we got the Sub-Zero and the Scorpion next to each other, we compared them. The Scorpion paint, which was meant to be an artist proof, was terrible. The muscle was like oversprayed. It looks like it's oversprayed, so that you can't see the definition as much.
Yeah, it was. I mean, because you've got the same sculpt really on those bodies, and you can see that. So you can tell when it's been over painted. And I mean, that Scorpion, that paint was literally thrown on.
Yeah.
It was absolutely thrown. It was caked on it. It was like a fucking, like one of them women you see on a Saturday night, they've got so much fucking powder on their face. If they look down, they literally lose about half a stone in weight from the powder falling off their face. That's what it looked like. It was caked in paint where the sculpt was lost. And you could see with the Sub-Zero, and the Sub-Zero was a numbered one, and the Scorpion was an artist proof.
Yeah.
And that's wrong. That's wrong, because that's not what a true artist proof is meant to be. That's why artist proofs are meant to sell for more money, and they're meant to be, being
an artist proof is meant to mean something. It's not meant to be. If you get your order in early, right, all you're getting is basically excess stock signed by Jerry. And also, that's the thing as well, is there was a rumor that, they are excess stock, but they're touched up by Jerry. Yeah, maybe Jerry knew it was coming to me because it's fucked. Maybe that's why. Maybe he's like, that's going to that cunt from RaddTitan. Fuck him. Okay. Then you got, obviously, because George loves his redheads. So you got the Red Sonja, and this piece looks phenomenal. She looks really nice. So we're going to skip forward. Really beautiful piece.
Stunningness. Really nice. I love the way that her hair is going around the axe. That's a bit.
Yeah.
She better not swing it anytime soon.
Well, it's just details upon details. You've got stitching on here.
It's stunning.
Really,
looks
really nice.
She's got one of the sexiest looking faces.
Oh, hello.
Really, really quite impressive. The face, I think. The portrait's really, really there. This looks great. This looks really, really nice. Brutal, that does, but nice.
Yeah, naughty. And then what's that? Is that the exclusive?
What, the cloak?
Yeah, the exclusive is the cloak trophy.
That's nice. It's nice.
So,
different.
And then this is a First for Figures tease of Taki from Soul Calibur. So you got those there. So you see that one, the main females from Soul Calibur. So glad they're continuing that line.
I don't remember her.
No?
I've not played it though. Sexy in that game.
Oh yeah, they're all sexy in that game, yeah. Then it's all of them, George. We've done it. We've done it, man. We've done it.
Cool, man. Did well.
So I'll tell you what, we just need to do one more piece that kind of came in.
Very well.
Or maybe it went that folder. Fuck's sake. All right, so there was one more piece I just saw on my wall. Oh, here you go.
Come here. Come here.
So basically, this is a custom that I've just seen. So this is the custom Apocalypse on Throne.
Yeah, that's nice. I quite like that.
Yeah.
I'm not. I mean, it's not the classic Apocalypse.
I don't think it's. I think the other Throne's nicer. There was another Throne one recently.
Yeah,
I think that's nicer.
I prefer the Egyptian.
Yeah, I prefer that one too.
Well, that's a bit more Apocalypse. So that one's a bit more
But
my apocalypse.
that
This is a
just
little
popped up
different.
anyway. That just popped up so
That's
far.
nice. That's nice.
All right, so yeah, that's everything, and I've got to get up about 6 o'clock in the morning. So yeah,
Sweet dreams, brother. Sweet dreams. Go for it. You did all right.
we did it.
We did okay.
We did it. We did it. So yeah, usual guys. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. And wait.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
thanks for all the support, man. You know what I mean? The people that have been backing us and stuff like that. We try and give you as much content as we can. Put a lot of our
yeah.
time, a lot of our effort, a lot of our money, a lot of our investment,
Mm.
into it. So, it's always nice to hear, great comments and positivity.
Well, I mean, the thing is, I mean, you're
Bulldog versus second. Fuck you are.
you're always going to get, you're always going to get people bitching about whatever, and you know what? Fuck them. To be honest with you,
But you know what?
I mean, we should just thank them for taking the time out, to clearly they care enough to take their time out to do it. So yeah, but no, thanks for all the guys who are supporting us, and keep watching. I just got Aaron Ray Perez coming in there just to see the end of the show. So yeah, thanks guys. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I'm going to go get some sleep. So bye bye. Peace.
Be lucky. Peace.